this team, we're going to stand together and fight this disease.
I've come this way before, traveled through the open door, circumstances navigated the path, and life happened all so fast. No, it got lonely sometimes, you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm off beat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, cause I know life took a hold. I never this is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. Never. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games can play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. Telling you the truth, hey. It's all in what you do, hey. Some things you gotta do, hey. Despite the millions, second, see the blessing in it. But much expected, much is given. When I made the living, now I'm giving back to the children. Never let the power come first before your happiness, yes. You can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine up, let them see your brilliance. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it through like for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm ASICs. Learn and develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lacking. Or cancer slowing our road. I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, giving something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going back soon and fight this final round. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games can play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a lie. Telling you the truth, hey. It's all in what you do, hey. Some things you gotta do,
hey. I'm just gonna let this play, see if Mauricio Sulaiman in the green room got some rhythm. I don't see your shoulders bopping. Hey, oh no, stop. Hey, what up, DB? Love is the word. Yo, Drew, JP, but we gonna call him JQ. What's up? Love is the word. Drew Tight DB. The guest is here. I'm not sure how much time you have, so we just gonna jump right in it, man. Give me a 5 or 10 minute warning when you're ready. El Jefe, Mr. President, and we gonna rock and roll, man. Appreciate you coming in here, man. How you doing?
Good. Very happy to see you again, my friend.
Oh, I appreciate you. Had a long weekend, man. I appreciate you coming in here.
Long weekend and long difference in time.
You're in Mexico now, correct?
Mexico, yes.
Okay.
But I'm very happy, very enthused to be back with you, my friend.
Oh, thank you. First, I want to start off with Chris Bird came in here. And I pride this platform on just telling the truth, whether I like you, disagree with you, or even like you, or just don't like you in the moment. He told me in his darkest moments, in his lowest moments, Mauricio Sulaiman was there, man. And I know I've been hard on you over the years, but I think it's just incredibly important that, especially with the size of my platform, that people know what you've done. And feel free to elaborate as much as you want, as much as you guys has discussed about Chris Bird's situation.
Well, Chris Bird is a sensational human being, a great fighter. And we have seen throughout the years, that was my father's greatest concern all the time, to see fighters who give so much great moments to the fans, to the to their community, to their country, to the sport, go into this bubble when they are on top, when they are making a lot of money, when they, or even if they don't make money, but they don't understand that the money they make in their career in boxing most of the time should last for the rest of their lives, because many fighters do not know anything else than boxing. And when you are successful, whether it's boxing, music, other sports, money comes, fame comes, fake friends, a lot of temptations and bad investments, etc., etc., etc. So we have seen so many examples of very good people ending up broke, ending up without any opportunities, without any friends. And it is just our great pleasure that we have ways to support those in need. My father, when he was in the later years of his life, he was able to create a fund. It's called the Jose Sulaiman Boxers Fund. It was Hublot, the watches manufacturers, that believed in what my father wanted to do. And the fund exists, and the fund helps many fighters quietly. We don't brag about it. We don't tell names. We believe in their dignity, and we just do it every year, all year round, all over the world. So it's specifically about Chris Bird. He's such a great person. You know, Adrian Gonzalez, the Dodgers former great player, he went to the last Hublot event and he bought a watch, and he said that Chris Bird was his dear friend, and he wanted to reach out to him. So it's just very humbling to receive a message like he did. And we don't do it for praise. We don't do it for anything else other than simply be of support to those who need it.
And that's true, because I've had countless conversations with you and watch you do interviews, and I have yet to hear you mention, oh, we do this for a fighter, we do that for a fighter. So that would be 100% true. How do we fix that? Do boxing need a union, or how do we correct the wrongs into protecting fighters like Chris Bird in the future?
You know, there's such a complication, because fighters are fighters, and it's boxing all over the world. And you could be a fighter that you don't make it ever, that you are just a club fighter or a sparring partner who helps others, or you fight 8 rounds, 10 rounds, or you win a world title and then you lose it in your first title defense. You don't make that much money. There have been systems, ideas, creating a fund where fighters can save money and make voluntary investments, and then they can come back 10 years after they retire and have money. But it's difficult. When they're making the money, they don't realize that they need to save. I believe today is better. It's brighter for the fighters. They're getting more education. They see and they learn and try to take care. But it is an ongoing concern, because it is just constantly try to get awareness to them, get them to understand the importance of saving. They do understand when they're starting up, but if they get to this point where they make a lot of money, they forget about that, and they think the money will always keep on coming, and they start spending amounts of money that is very hard to maintain, and then they retire. They keep spending money until they realize it's all gone. But we have different ways. We approach them. We try to give them advice. We try to teach them when they're early. But it's an ongoing process, and I am hopeful that one day there will be a system. As I say, it has to be voluntary. You cannot force anyone. You cannot take any money away from anyone. But hopefully we will be able to do something in the future.
Jake Paul, what's your take on Jake Paul?
I respect Jake Paul. He works hard. He is determined. He chose boxing, and he has proven that he is improving. He's doing good in the ring. He's dedicated, and what I like is that he's bringing millions of eyes into boxing. People who would not be watching boxing went into the shows and watch boxing. It has goods, it has a little bit of bad, but I take the good, I take the high road, and as long as they have to be very careful. Boxing is not a game, so the matchups, the medicals, the checking up on the opponents, if they are capable of being in a ring and taking punches. It's a very dangerous sport, but there has to be good control, good administration. But I admire Jake Paul for the discipline and the training and taking into boxing. He could have taken other sports, and all that attention would be in that other sport, but he chose boxing, and he does it with passion and with full conscience. You know, those who have worked with him, they understand, and they praise him for the dedication and the discipline.
Let's jump into it. Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. What happened there? Did they agree to waive the fight, or did Ryan Garcia duck? That's the rumor, because he fighting another title eliminator. Can you give us clarification on that?
Sure, I did speak to both camps continuously, and it is a fact that both want their fight to take place when there's a full arena, a full stadium. They want to maximize the revenue for their fight. They want to make it bigger, as big as possible. So they were happy to engage in this sort of tournament. Haney is getting a great fight with Linares. That's a legendary champion already, going into the ring in great shape. What people have been saying, the reports from Linares, is that he's very mature, that he's very motivated, and he has great experience and great talent. So this is a huge test for Haney. And Ryan Garcia is taking on Fortuna, who's also a two-division champion, who has maturity. He's very hungry of being in the big stage. So I love this tournament. These fights are happening, and they're leading up to other great matches. And both of them, they like it. They are in agreement, and it's something that has worked out in the positive.
Okay, no, because Devin Haney posted the other day that Ryan Garcia is fighting another title eliminator because he ducked him, basically. You know, that duck word is real popular.
Yeah, very popular, and getting into social media fights is very popular. He said, I said, you say, and they say. It's good when it's respectful, and it brings attention, and people look forward to those fights. If we go back to Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, they were always going with the words, and it's something normal, natural in boxing. And there's always this side, the other side, and then the truth. But the truth is that we're going to watch great fights happening in the lightweight division and also in the flyweight division. Great tournament.
Yeah. So just so the fans have clarification. So Devin Haney is going to fight May 29th in Las Vegas. Ryan Garcia is going to fight. I believe he's fighting in Vegas too.
Yeah, I believe it's in July 9th. And either Vegas or California, yes.
And then assuming both of those gentlemen win, they go on to fight later on in the fall in the winter against one another.
Exactly.
Okay, clear enough. Wilder, what's going on with Wilder Fury and site fees and site locations and your belt?
I know, you tell me, maybe you know more than I do.
Man,
we've been waiting for a long time for the announcements, for the dealings, what's happening. There's all sort of things going around. The fact is that we hope they get into the ring soon and show it. There's so many great fights happening, so many potential great fights in the heavyweight division. And I hope they just land it and make it a reality.
Question from the chat that says, are you going to franchise Tyson Fury?
There is no petition at all for Fury to be franchised. They have petition for a double fight against Joshua, and we're just waiting as everyone to see what's going to happen. But the fact is that we can have great fights. The WBC has been supportive of the ultimate unification. The WBC, when Wilder was a champion, supported that. When there were big talks about Wilder fighting Joshua, we took like 6 months at that time waiting for them to finalize it. Now it's Fury trying to, as WBC champion, to unify as well. So we're patient and supportive and flexible.
Gary Russell, Ray Vargas, last we spoke, they agreed. And is there a date for that fight?
Not yet. I had sent a letter to the promoters waiting for the confirmation. They have agreed on the terms. We're just waiting for the site and the date.
So when you contact PBC, do you go through Tom Brown or do you go through Al Heyman? How does that work?
Tom Brown is the promoter, and we have communications constantly. They have many WBC champions and a lot of activity, and they just announced the Showtime schedule, which looks sensational. Great fights, and we're just waiting for the featherweight division update.
Featherweight division. Okay. Another question from the chat. When will the WBC mandatory be mandated?
Which division? What?
Probably talking about the heavyweight division, about Tyson Fury.
Okay. In the heavyweight division, there is no mandatory contender. That was the decision that the WBC took in order to support and to wait to see what are the fights that is going to be structured. We have been, as you and I have discussed, there was this process of the Wilder Fury third fight, this process about the Fury Joshua unification. So at this time, the WBC has no mandatory in the heavyweight division.
And Jamal Charlo, man, I kind of snubbed my nose at that fight. I thought that fight was a bunch of hogwash, man. Montreal versus Jamal Charlo. How did he get to that slot? Is this a voluntary? Is this a mandatory?
Which fight? I'm sorry.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, yeah. Jamal Charlo at 160. He's fighting Juan Montiel for the WBC title June 19th.
Yes, he in the middleweight division. Right now, there is no mandatory contender. We are ordering a final elimination, but at this time, he's in a voluntary stage.
Okay. And Jaron Ennis, he's number 12? When's he moving up? And the reason, go ahead, I'll let you answer that on this own.
No. Tell me your
no. The reason why, because Sean Porter already called him the next Roy Jones. So I'm like, if Sean Porter is not going to fight Earl Spence because he's ranked number 1, I'm not sure if he's a mandatory. Feel free to clarify that. I would love to see these guys fight, and that way we know who's running from who's officially running from who. So the fans can, we just move this guy out the way, and we just go on to the next one.
We had the WBC mandatory in the welterweight division in December when Spence defeated Danny Garcia. So he has 1 full year before any mandatory. So, in a couple of months, the WBC would start the process to order the final elimination. So we'll see. You like this fight? Maybe they make it, and that could be the final elimination.
I would love Jaron Ennis. Your top 3 is Sean Porter, Mikey Garcia, Keith Thurman. How did Keith Thurman crawl up in there?
Well, he's been inactive. I know he has been inactive. We all have been extremely cautious and supportive with all the pandemic which happened. That took a year from many fighters because of travel restrictions, because of COVID, because of training protocols. So we have been very lenient with every single case,
Oh, okay.
and we assess everything, and we have not penalized for inactivity unless it was carrying on before the pandemic. But I know the welterweight division is tremendous. You cannot take away from Thurman that he's a great former champion. But I will check into this request that you're doing. We have the ratings coming at the end of after the May 8th. The committee is meeting on the 9th, and then we will publish around the 13th, 14th the ratings for May.
You know what would be a cool idea? I wrote this down, is if like you pick 10 media outlets, whether it be print, 10 Instagram, 10 YouTube, and not that they have a vote, but they have a voice at your convention, like, you know what I mean, some engagement type. Because I think sometimes like the IBF, we see the belt, but we don't see them. You understand what I'm saying? And there's like there's low engagement. Not that I don't respect them, but there's just low engagement. And I know you're big on, because you're here 11 o'clock your time, 9 o'clock my time, you're big on interaction. Maybe there could be like, I'm not saying we deserve a vote because we haven't earned that, but maybe like a platform where.
Were you at the WBC convention last year? We had it virtually. Okay.
No, I didn't. Okay.
Every convention takes place once a year, and it takes place in different countries. Okay. Yeah. But it is a completely open floor. It's an open discussion.
I did see that.
Yeah, we talk about ratings. We talk about the mandatories in an open floor. There's no behind closed door meetings. There's no shadow with the smoke room meetings. Okay. And this year we were supposed to go to Thailand in November.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Thai government has confirmed that Bangkok will not open until January next year. Wow. So we are looking into either having the convention October, November somewhere else, or passing it to January. But I can assure you that you can go in the convention yourself or even fans and be there.
Right.
If it's virtually, you can participate. But I like your idea. Mm-hmm. I invite you to make your own pool, if you like, between your fans or yourself and your team. Mm-hmm. And you can send a monthly list of your.
I'll gladly do that.
Of your analysis.
Yeah,
that would be fun, and that would be. You choose one name. Okay, you give me one name, and tomorrow I will send it to the ratings committee.
Geron definitely need to be higher than 12.
Okay, we're gonna take that example, and tomorrow you're gonna have an email with a thorough explanation.
Oh wow!
Of why he is number 12.
Okay, that's fair.
You will be. You will like some things. You may argue. You may be right. Mm-hmm. We have seen cases in which number 24 goes in and knocks out number 7, and then you say, "Well, why was he not better than 24?" I mean, boxing is boxing. Anything can happen. In one fight, you can jump into stardom.
Right.
But the way the ratings are compiled is very complex. Okay. There are many criteria elements to make up the ratings. Record, the level of opposition, activity. If you fight at home or you fight abroad, you fight in other states. So it's your amateur career or your career in mixed martial arts or Muay Thai. All this, it's a lot of components, and they're compiled by members of all over the world, 24 members of the ratings committee. So every weekend, every fight, we receive letters saying this number 12 just fought and he got a decent outing, but the opponent was very low class. Or we had this and this upcoming, and we just saw a 4-rounder that looks sensational. In 2 years, we will be talking about him. So much information. It's put into a system And Dean Lojas, who is a computer himself, makes a recommendation, and then we have a meeting.
Gotcha.
You know, with the pandemic, we have great Zoom meetings, and this has taught us, it has given us great elements of using the technology. But if you send me
I
your
will.
email, I don't know if I have your email, but I'll have that case for you back in 1 or 2 days.
I appreciate that. DB, I got you in a sec. Let me get through the super chats, and then it's all you. It's Haney versus Linares for the official WBC 135-pound belt.
Yes, Haney versus Linares is for the WBC lightweight championship.
Okay. And there was one more. Robert Brown. Dillian White is the interim WBC champ, and Deontay Wilder is number 1. Why is there no eliminator ordered or no mandatory for Tyson Fury?
I like that has been a concept that we have been bouncing around. A possible Wilder versus White fight would be sensational for the mandatory spot. We're waiting to have a final confirmation on the Wilder status regarding the legal procedure that he and Tyson Fury have. So we are patiently waiting to see what's going to happen, what fights have been finalized, and then we will continue to address. But that was a very good recommendation.
All right, you noticed the barbershop. All right. Your best friend got a super chat for you. Question: when will the WBC stop being full of ish? Who are the champions? Stop stealing the money from these fighters and get rid of these worthless belts made by the WBC. And he's probably making reference to like the Mayan belt, all those belts. And
well, I like to hear what he really wants to say specifically, because that's too open.
Okay.
The WBC creates unique belts for May 5th and September 16th to commemorate 2 specific celebrations in which, for the past 40 years, the greatest fights take place in May 5th and September 16th. These are unique belts with art produced by the Indians on certain cultures from the different states. And these are trophies that are given to the winners of that fight. So it's not, it costs no one pays for that. The WBC pays for that.
Oh,
there are no sanction fees.
I didn't know that.
This is just a trophy to bridge something of commemoration of culture and art. It's a gift to the world for those who like it. You may not like it, and I respect that. But if you're referring to those specific belts, there's millions of people who love them and like them. But I don't know what, you should be more precise in saying why we're full of shit. And you should be more precise in why you say we steal money from what? What are you talking about? Let's clear it.
Okay. Oh, he'll be, man, and y'all freak. It's your best friend from the last show. So you went baby viral. You and him went baby viral last time. So let's do it again.
Well, if he likes to engage, it's okay, but he should be respectful, because I am respectful. I am not. Yeah. I don't duck any questions.
I agree.
You said I could say no answer. I will answer everything.
Yeah. Will the WBC be making a Juneteenth belt this year?
What's Juneteenth? Please explain.
Juneteenth is when the last slave was set free from the state of Texas. And in the South, it's like a big holiday. And coincidentally, I'm not sure if it's coincident or on purpose, Jamal Charlo is fighting June 19th.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to research that, because you know what we're doing? Next year is the 100th anniversary of battling Siki. Battling Siki is the first African to ever win a world championship from Africa. He won it, battling Siki, and then he was murdered in the streets of New York. And the WBC took upon a wish to take his remains and bring him back to Senegal. And that was done in the 80s. It was a great, beautiful moment in New York, and Senegal was a national celebration. And we're going to do something very special in the United Nations next year in September with the 100th anniversary of battling Siki. But I love this idea of Juneteenth. Is that how you say it?
June 19th. June 19th.
Yeah, let me take a note because that's a good. I like that. We like the
and there's no sanctioning fees attached to it. It's just
No.
it's just a commit a trophy.
commemorative.
I haven't been drinking. I promise. I've never drank in my life. I promise you, dog. Hey, Rod 870 says Wilder's the long-term champ. Will the WBC call for a rematch with Fury? That's what they're asking.
Yeah, he was champion 5 years, sensational champion. And Wilder has or had, I don't want to get into legalities, a signed contract for a third fight. That is still in the discussions. Once that is clear, then the WBC can act. But as I explained again and again, we're waiting to see what is the exact situation of Wilder, Fury, Joshua.
Gotcha. New York forever. If the judge rules that Fury must fight Wilder again, will you commit to doing whatever you can to enforce the match, even if it means stripping Fury and not franchising him?
You know, it's a little bit vague. What we have been consistent in saying is what it is. If there is a contract and they accept that contract, there was no mandate of Fury Wilder, because at no moment it was always known from after the fight that there was a rematch clause. So I would not like to be, it would be responsible for me to anticipate or to be trying to find what I cannot respond. Once we have all the facts, I could give you a responsible response.
Okay. Why no black franchise champion, i.e. Charlo Russell?
First of all, because the franchise has to be requested. Second of all, please don't say there should not be a difference of black, yellow, red, white. This is not about any race, religion, power or no power. This is, I mean, that should not be the course of conversation. Got
that. Where's the condo? And you're next, DB. You ready, DB? You've been waiting a minute. You ready, man? And then we got some B-mens for you. Give me a 5-minute warning. And on the B-mens, it's a lot of y'all. I got 8 of y'all beaming in. So one question, make it good. Put it all together, please, okay? Because I got 8-9 people ready to beam in. You a popular dude, man. Where's the venue for the so-called Fury Joshua and create a franchise belt that allows certain fighters to avoid other champions like Devin Haney?
The venue, everyone is talking about the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, or some of those venues. We don't create anything to avoid. The franchise designation is something that has enhanced and has given the ability to create great fights. When Lomachenko was franchised, he fought immediately Teofimo Lopez. Now, if you analyze what happened in the flyweight division, we had the fight of the year so far, Chocolatito against Estrada. They had given the green light by Wbc, who was the mandatory. And we talked to all the parties, so Estrada became franchise. He's going to fight the third fight with Gonzalez. Wbc is going to fight Cuadras, which is also a rematch, and then the 2 winners will fight each other. So it's a great tournament. These 4 fighters have fought each other already 10 times. Now it's going to be 13 times involving all these 4, everybody beating each other. So it's a very good concept. And as I said before, if you give it a little bit time, you will hopefully understand the franchise and appreciate it and support it.
Okay. DB, you up.
I think there was 2 more super chats. You want to get those first?
Okay, after Deontay Wilder's, what does that say? What does that mean? TF1.
After Deontay Wilder Fury won, the WBC made Tyson Fury mandatory. That is not correct. That is not correct. You are free to do your homework, but I'll give you some hints. When they signed to do the rematch, okay, Dillian White fought for the interim title against Rivas. And in that fight, very unfortunately, there was a doping situation that came from the UK, from UCAD. That's the agency that carries the anti-doping in that country. And there was an issue. There was a situation which had Dillian White suspended the recognition of interim champion. When we had the convention in Cancun, this item was brought up. So the WBC did recognize Fury against Wilder as the mandatory for the WBC heavyweight division. And we made it clear that whenever Dillian White case was cleared by the UCAD, then we would assess and address that. And I can send you, you can look it up. It's all in written. You can look at the convention minutes and all the discussions.
Got that. And this is more of a statement because black champs aren't asking for protection. Did Canelo ask for that? Did Canelo? So obviously Canelo asked for it. And
yes.
So when they asked for it, he doesn't have a mandatory period. No franchise champion has mandatories, period.
No, we do an administration, and the franchise has certain benefits and certain qualifications. Okay. But I don't like this. I don't like this to be shaped into any sort of grace. That's wrong.
Got that.
Look at our list of champions. We have Makabu. Okay. We have, of course, the two Charlos, Errol Spence. We have, of course, Gary Russell. We have Japanese. We have Thai, Russians. So please don't put it into races. That's not fair.
Who's the true lightweight champion, Haney or Lopez?
Lopez is the WBC franchise. Haney is the WBC lightweight champion. So if you want to play with it, go ahead. Once they get into the ring, we will see. It's going to be a great entertainment.
Okay, DB, all yours. And then we going Drew. Be ready, Drew. Reggie, Hustler's home, and we'll get Kenneth Wallace. Go ahead.
Hey, Mauricio, how you doing? Thanks for coming back. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you for coming back for sure, man.
Sure, thank you. My pleasure, DB.
Good. A couple of things. I just wanted to follow up on some of our conversation from the last time. I also wanted to say I appreciate your words, and you were very honest about the Jose Sulaiman Boxers Fund. Fred Kendo was also in here, and he said he sung your high praises and said that you did a lot for the former WBC champion. So good job with that, and continuing your father's legacy.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. You said that there was a yearly vacation that the WBC provides for the WBC champions and also the prior champions. How many boxers on average are participating in that yearly vacation?
Well, as we speak, Estrada is in Cancun. So we have the Oasis Hotel in Cancun. That's the venue where all the WBC champions are welcome. And Estrada is right there right now. Of course, last year was very complicated because there was no travel. And with COVID, now it's a little bit for people to travel. It's not as easy. But as I said, and it is confirmed, every champion has the vacation they want to take in Cancun with Oasis Hotel.
So are those fighters reaching out to you, or do you guys send out like a mass email to all the fighters that were a part of the WBC organization?
We have a WBC Champions Committee, and we communicate with them about social media. We send them clothing. We send them happy birthday. We try to be close to the current fighters, and they know they have a specific benefits like the vacation, but it's not like a blast out. Basically, when my team talks to the fighters, they should know about it.
Right. Thanks for that. You mentioned before that there was a video game that would be released. I wasn't really familiar with the video game, but can you talk about that? And are the fighters that are mentioned in the video, are they benefiting from having their likeness shown on the video game?
Yes, of course. This is a unbelievable video game. We are so thrilled about it. And the key is that the fighters who participate in the video game have financial benefits. There are two types of participants. The ones that began the game, that started up the game, they will have some percentage of when the game is bought by the fans, they get a percentage. But also you can buy fighters. Once you have the game, some fighters are going to be I'm sorry, my son knows the concept, I don't know the name, but you can buy certain elements. So you can buy equipment, you can buy this, or you can buy a fighter. When they buy additional fighters, they get a percentage. Is the ESPC the
EA Sports?
Yes, no EA Sports, no. This is a new company, and it's a boxing club. It's a very, very nice game.
Okay.
Got it. You also mentioned, Mauricio, that there was some social responsibility events and also some outstanding community outreach done by current boxers to be considered for the designation of franchise champion. And since there's only 2 franchise champions, I'm pretty sure it's easy to keep up with. But what are some of those outstanding community works that have been done recently by Canelo Alvarez and Teofimo Lopez?
Thank you. You have mixed the concept, but it's a very good opportunity. Canelo Alvarez has joined a Red Nose program. It's these kids, something that they put a red nose. It's kids with cancer, and he has benefited and helped so many kids and people with needs of medical support and surgeries. In fact, we're sending him a medal. We're sending Dillian White a medal, and we're sending also Charlie Hall to Australia. These are 3 medals of the work they do in. Oh, let me connect to the battery. 1 second.
Okay.
I'll have to change the. So what they do, I don't know if you saw the news. We had last week a unbelievable event in Las Vegas. Tyson Fury.
Yes, you sure did.
Fernando Vargas, Tyson Fury, and Andy Ruiz. Oh, that's not looking good, but I'm running out of juice. We had a beautiful event in Vegas to help the community. We had a car. Fernando Vargas was there. Jesse Vargas was there. And there was a car given to a family in need. Car. Wow. Unbelievable. We're having the release going out tomorrow. And it's just great satisfaction. The Capetillo Boxing Club, Supreme Boxing, they all got together and made the difference to hundreds of families in Vegas area.
Please have the family contact. I would love to broadcast that if possible. I mean, just that's beautiful. A car.
Oh, that's
beautiful, man. They need to. I would love to broadcast that.
Yes, I will give you the contact.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
So what a fighter, and you see that all over the world. There's a beautiful case in Thailand. A little girl, she had cancer. She has cancer. So we all jumped in the WBC and the Thai promoters, the Thai champions. She had surgery. She's gonna need chemo. But we had all these former champions and current champions in Thailand and other parts of the world giving messages and fundraising. It is a beautiful family all over the world. I mean, the boxer is the most humble, the most special person. They have great awareness of what people go through in their life, because they come from the most difficult areas. And Dillian White, the reason for the medal we're sending him, if you saw the fight, the rematch with Povetkin, instead of celebrating, he was knocked out by Povetkin last year. And instead of celebrating when he avenged that loss, he went to his corner, got the stool, put him there, helped him to sit down, put water on him. I mean, that is brotherhood. That is such an unbelievable show of what the boxer is all about.
Right. Why? Okay, DOG 215. Why do you allow Wilder to keep the fake 1,000 days?
I think it's not Wilder. He means Dillian White.
Oh, yeah. 600. So you heard that. You heard that. 600 days.
Yeah,
That was
that's what I was saying about social media. It's so easy to engage and to
it is.
create things.
I love it.
Yeah, it's something he liked doing it, and he got fans. He got fans to get hooked on that, but it's just part of what happens.
Yeah. Super chat, then we got DB, then we going in. It's 9 of y'all in the queue, so put your questions together, formulate. I'm giving you guys a minute so y'all can put it together. I'm not sure how much time he has, but he's gonna give us a 5-minute warning and we good. If Charlo moves up to 168 and becomes Canelo's mandatory, will you order for that fight to happen?
Yes, if Charlo becomes mandatory contender of the division, of any division, we will order the mandatory. Canelo, as franchise champion, decided to take on the super middleweight division. He could have chosen to continue the franchise, which does not have any mandates, but he wanted to win the super middleweight WBC title, which was vacant. He won that title, and then he complied with the mandatory, which was Avni Yildirim, and then he's going on in his dream and his show to try to get the unification. He's fighting Saunders on May 8th. If he wins, he intends to fight what's his name? I'm so sorry. I was just talking.
Caleb Plant.
Caleb Plant, the IBF champion, to have all the championships of the division.
That's gonna be a good fight. Where is he the franchise champion? 160, 168, or does it go from weight class to weight class? That's the next question.
Yeah, it does not have a weight determination. When he was the middleweight champion, he was appointed. And if you recall what the franchise, one of the features of the franchise is that it allows the fighter to go and move up and down and fight any other champion of any other organization or any other challenges. So it is not stuck to one division.
So if David Benavidez beats Uzataki, he's the favorite. He becomes the mandatory for Canelo, but he doesn't have a mandatory because he's the franchise champion, right?
No, but Benavidez is not a final elimination. He has not been built like that. Benavidez, he's a tremendous fighter, and we're waiting for the sanction request for that fight. But that's what would happen if Canelo, when he finishes unifying, we will see if he wants to stay in that division, wants to move to another weight category, or wants to use the franchise designation.
Got that. Can you ask why you're pushing Dillian White versus Wilder? Why Wilder is in arbitration trying to get contracted third fight? And why can't he mandate Fury fight Wilder like he's supposed to do?
Well, DW, I don't know if you watched the beginning of the show. Yeah. I gave a full explanation. And I clearly said that we are waiting on the resolutions that comes from Wilder's and Fury contract. So it is not, I'm not pushing anything. Someone recommended a fight and I said it was a great idea. That's it.
DB, you got anything else?
Yeah, I got a couple. David Feldman, Mauricio, David Feldman, the president of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships, announced earlier this month a pension plan for the fighters that are competing in BKFC. So what are your thoughts and feelings about creating a pension plan for the fighters or the champions of the WBC?
Well, I also did explain this on before. Good for them. If they can do it, that's great. I don't know. I don't think that that organization is a non-profit organization. I think it's a company like the UFC, that it's a company that they own everything of the business. The WBC has nothing to do with the business of boxing. The promoters are the ones who promote events. So I was saying how difficult it is, because one fighter could be a 4-rounder, 6-rounder, club fighter, a sparring partner, but still a fighter. Or you can have Canelo or Charlo, or fighters that make millions of dollars for several years. So the way the money comes into them, it's very much fluctuates very much. And you cannot take money away unless it is voluntary. We have had ideas of creating a fund, but the legalities are complicated. And when you're dealing with fighters from 170 countries, it complicates it more. But I can tell you, we have tried, and we have into our plans to see how we can support fighters to save money and to prevent for the future.
And DJ asked the question, but that's been answered. You said you was granting some clemency because of COVID, right? But what's the
rule?
The rule.
You have, as a champion, there's two types of fights.
Okay.
Voluntary and mandatory. When you are a champion, you have 1 full year of doing any voluntary defenses, unification bouts, anything that you want to do, as long as the opponent is approved, ranked by the WBC and approved. And then you have to do the mandatory, so it's 12 months. With this franchise, with this COVID-19 pandemic, everything has been flexible, and we have analyzed every single case by every division. Let me give you an example. In Thailand, it is a country that it's completely shut down. Nobody can enter, not even if you're going to go there and fight. So the champion, Wangeng Menayotin, fought against the Thai, and he lost. So they're going to be doing a rematch in July, but Japan is completely in lockdown. He's fighting the #1 contender also from Japan. And then you go to flyweights when you have fighters fighting in the United States. So it's different. Every single division is different characteristics.
TV.
Yeah, I just wanted to reiterate about the Juneteenth holiday. You know, that commemoration of the end of slavery is a huge opportunity for you guys, especially with Jermell Charlo. I think that will give you a competitive advantage over the other organizations. But I want to finish this before you go into the other things. What makes the WBC better than the WBA, the WBO, the IBF? You know, obviously Muhammad Ali has an attachment to that, but removing that, what does Mauricio Sulaiman and the WBC do for fans and just the sport of boxing that these other sanctioning bodies are not doing?
Thank you. Well, I don't talk about others. I can only say what we do. We have members of the WBC all over the world creating a great platform. We have a great history behind Ali, Tyson, Lerner, Hagler, Hearns, Chavez, Duran, Pacquiao, Mayweather, De La Hoya, Monzon, all over the world, the great champions. They always have gone through the WBC Green and Gold. We have a strong social responsibility program through the WBC Cares group. We have all over the world charitable actions day after day after day, 365 days a year. We have many committees. We have the ratings committee, we have the medical committee, the ring officials committee, so many people working day and night all over the world without any compensation, without any interest other than giving service to the sport and to their passion. We are with the fighters before, during, and after the championship years. We are there when you are an amateur fighter. We're there if you are a 4-rounder, if you are the greatest current world champion, or if you are a retired, forgotten former boxers. We are there with you. So I feel very proud because it is not a one-person show. It is thousands of persons around the world. And it's a unity that makes this, the unity that we all have, and the respectability and the honorability. And it is just that we have a lot of passion for the sport. We do so many things. It is not like wake up from 9 and then turn off the phone at 5 and go home. We are 24 hours all over doing things and changing lives. Let me give you something and that I like to share,
Please.
because we have ambassadors. We have people that go out with pride and simply perform day and night, do things and change the lives of others, especially in the pandemic. So many WBC members have made the difference. So I'm very proud of everyone who is in the WBC.
Right. DB, can we get to the demon?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
go ahead.
Okay, let me catch up on the super chat. Drew, you up? Why was the eardrum? Yeah, can you speak on that? Why was the eardrum a mandatory, or
Sure.
did Canelo pick him?
No, Canelo did not pick him. This is also something that is on record, and it's very easily found in the reports. Gildirim fought. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit backwards. David Benavidez was a champion. And the WBC, under the clean boxing program, had a test, anti-doping test, a surprise, and Benavidez was found with a adverse finding. We talked to Benavidez. He lost the title. He was put into a very strong program, different, with psychological help, with anti-doping help, with society help. He moved from where he was living, etc., etc. So the title became vacant. And Gildirim fought against Dirrell for the vacant title. I don't know if you watched the fight.
Yeah, I saw it.
It was a highly competitive fight. Gildirim was coming strong in the 8th and 9th round, winning those rounds. Why do you laugh?
Because, man, stop. I mean, no disrespect, man. You ain't got to sell him to us, man. We saw the outcome of Canelo and eardrum, dog.
Well,
that fight was so bad. I mean, you even said, man, we need to change.
Why do you go ahead and you don't let me respond to the question?
Oh, I did. You asked me. I was just giggling because
no, you're just laughing because that's. Did you see the Dirrell Gildirim fight?
I did, and it was an injury or something, right?
It was a headbutt, headbutt, which stopped the fight in the 10th round. As I was saying, Gildirim won 8-9, was dominating the 10th round. There was a headbutt. The fight was stopped, and Dirrell won the title on a split decision.
Got it. We
received a complaint, so the WBC ordered a rematch for Gildirim. But Dirrell had to fight Benavidez. He was already mandatory. So he fought Benavidez. Benavidez won the title by knockout, and Benavidez was ordered to fight Gildirim. When on that same card, Gildirim was going to fight in the undercard, but the opponent had some issues, so he didn't fight. So that's reason of the inactivity. And then the pandemic came.
Sure.
And Gildirim was in Turkey. He could not fly out of Turkey because of the restrictions. So the WBC allowed Benavidez to do a voluntary defense against Angulo. Benavidez comes and loses the title on the scale. He lost the title. So the title became vacant. Gildirim was a mandatory contender for something that happened 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
It is very unfortunate.
I get it.
Gildirim was inactive. He was isolated, and he showed up to the fight against Canelo. And very unfortunately, it was a disgrace. Gildirim did not fight. And I feel very sorry because the circumstances and the rules made Gildirim mandatory, and we stuck to that. And it is very unfortunate that a fight that should have been a great event in Miami with so much people, with a great production, turned up to be a disgrace.
Right.
I'm sorry, but that's why Gildirim was a mandatory, and that we could not get away from the rules, and that was a situation.
And Mike Weary the Great has a comment. There are no rules for Canelo.
Should I comment, or is
It's
that
up to you? It's up to you. It's up to
that's the
you.
question? Oh, I don't know. Well, of course, there's rules for Canelo. When Canelo did not want to fight Triple G, he lost the WBC title.
Yeah, Drew.
Steven, how you doing?
What's up?
Fine, and you?
I'm good, bro. Listen, I'm a little confused before I go into what basically the chat pretty much you answered all the questions I was going to ask, so I'm going to make this as brief as possible. I'm a little confused. You said the franchise status has to be requested. That's what you said, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
So how could you request something that doesn't exist? I'm talking about Canelo Alvarez, because he was the first one.
No, that took a long time. The WBC has been thinking about this concept for many years.
So it was brought to Canelo is what I'm asking. It was brought to him. The idea was brought to him.
No, that's something that had been discussed for a long time with Top Rank, with Golden Boy, with Don King Promotions for a long time. And when Canelo talked to the WBC, it was structured, and then it was approved, it was put to a vote, and then the franchise designation was created.
So he asked for it.
He asked for it. He was in the knowledge of there was a system, a procedure, a creation that was in the WBC's back burner for a while, and he asked that he wanted to do X, Y, and Z, and that's when the WBC created the concept.
Okay, so it was basically created for him?
Not for him, but he was the first, and it is evolving. When Lomachenko requested, it was evolved. When he signed the fight with Teofimo, and Teofimo said, if I beat him, I want to be franchised. The WBC adjusted the rule that you could also win it in the ring. And now with the flyweight, we also have adjusted. So as any new rule, as any new situation, we are adjusting and trying to make it workable, more
believable
to the situations.
Do you I understand what you're saying. Do you understand why people are upset about that status? Some people like it.
Yeah, I understand that it creates confusion.
Yeah.
But human nature is whenever anything is new, it's going to create uncertainty. It's going to, those who like the classic scenario is going to create like the purist. Many people don't like instant replay in baseball or in football, but every sport has it. Many people. What can you say about the NFL putting a new, the 17th game and changing the format for the playoffs, or changing the rules that they are constantly trying to improve? And the WBC has done the same throughout the years. But this is a concept that I feel very good about.
Well, the situation is this. All right, it was basically Canelo was the first one, yes. And the first thing he did was he got a hold of it, and we was right there about to get Charlo versus Canelo, and boom, he was franchised out and he was gone. All right. Then Lomachenko requested it. First he lied and said it was given to him. Then I was proven, you guys proved no. He requested it. It was given to him. Then, as you said, the rules were adjusted for him. Well, actually, not for him, for Teofimo. Now it became transferable. Now Teofimo has it. He gave up the real WBC strap. Devin Haney ends up with it. They're making fun of Devin Haney being the email champion when he wanted to fight for it. You understand? Now Teofimo beats Loma, and now and now Teo is saying that he's undisputed. But the dispute is, if he's undisputed, what is Devin Haney? My question is, well, one of my questions is, why didn't you just make it a trophy instead of a strap? You should have just been like a trophy or something. So you understand what I'm saying? There's a dispute there. Why is Teofimo, to his fan base, is being recognized as undisputed, as opposed to him not getting that last strap that was given to Devin Haney because of Lomachenko?
Yeah, you have your point. I take the high road. I like the fights happening in the ring. The creation of the franchise has created the lightweight tournament. We have seen great fights in the lightweight. Now you will see the flyweight, what is happening. So I understand. I just ask the fans like you to give it a time to establish itself. We are going to continue to structure it, modify it, and keep this moving. Hopefully that people will get convinced and will understand the benefits that this has.
All right, last question. Thank you for answering that, by the way. Last question. You said you had a good, well, is it true? Because I read a lot of things. Is it true? I read somewhere that you got good word in that if Deontay Wilder didn't get this third fight with Tyson Fury, that he was going to retire. Is there any truth to that?
I don't know. I have not heard that. I certainly think that Wilder is one of the greatest heavyweights, and I believe that he deserves another fight for the championship. It's been too long. Everybody who has been in the pandemic has suffered from tremendous anxiety and concern. But now it's opening up. The world is shining, and I would love to see Wilder in the ring.
So there will be no, okay, because I have absolute no faith in Tyson Fury's integrity. He has zero. I'm just speaking from the heart right now. So in the event that Tyson Fury loses the arbitration, all right, we anticipate that he's going to drop the WBC's title, because I don't think he wants to get in the ring a third time. The worry is you franchising him out so he can go ahead and fight AJ. But you did say earlier that a heavyweight can't be franchised. That's correct?
It's a concept, but I don't want to anticipate. I don't want to go, what if this, what if that? I have been very clear since the beginning of the program. That was the first or second question. There's everything that has been followed, has been said, and has been put into words. We're waiting to see what is happening in the legal procedure. We're waiting to see what is happening in the announcement of Fury, Joshua. So we will see what happens, but I will be responsible to say or to responding to what ifs. I hope that you understand that.
Fair enough, man. All right.
Thanks. Appreciate you, Drew. Appreciate you, big homie. We got a super chat. Then we got Reggie Owens coming in. So by your logic, Wilder should be Fury's mandatory, therefore a defense or get stripped, correct?
No, not necessarily. There's legal matters that we cannot get involved in the middle. So anything that I could say could be misinterpreted. So they have a contract. That's up to them to deal with that.
Reg, y'all back.
Oh, we back. You're the racist, Mauricio. but let me go into this question that I put in the comments that you wanted me to get on here and explain. And I said, question, when is the WBC gonna stop being full of shit? Who are the champions? Stop stealing money from these fighters and get rid of all these worthless belts. And I didn't mean the Mayan belt. I mean the belts that mean nothing, that you sit here, you guys collect sanctioning fees from fighters, and also directed at these fighters. You fighters are too stupid to realize that these lower tier belts don't mean nothing. You're doing nothing but putting money in this guy's pockets to allow him to go about doing whatever when it comes to ranking these guys, rating these guys. And these sanctioning bodies do nothing to promote the sport. We see what happened in Thriller. We got a Logan Paul guy. He has created another situation in helping other fighters, because you stated before, your job is to help fighters get money. Now we've seen how ugly the Thriller belt is. It means nothing. These fighters go in there and they find ways of making money. What have you guys done to create an environment that help fighters to make money outside of creating all these different tiers of gold? I don't even know what the standard is to your sanctioning bodies, or none of these belts are silver, a gold. You're a champion. You're a franchise champion. Why are they paying fees when we can't decipher who's a champion? And I got one more question at that. And I'm gonna put a super chat in there, Fred, too, for extending my questions.
No, that's fine. Go ahead. Take your time, Mauricio.
No, I just feel sorry for you. You have so much bitterness and you have so much anger. You must have grown in a very sad.
Mauricio!
I'm good. When you see everything negative and when you see everything so, Jesus Christ, and I feel sorry for you. You should do your homework. If you wish, you can go and research and find out. But I'm not gonna go into ridiculous accusations. You don't even know what you're asking. But
No,
I respect your opinion. It's okay. If you feel that way, that's okay. And it's just life.
No, Mauricio, the reason why you state that, because the question doesn't have an answer. You're doing whatever the hell you want there. That's why it's no answer. That's why you can't answer it. It's no bitterness.
We have rules. We have a board of governors. Everything that I say, you're going to go with that smart-ass smile. So there's no reason for me to answer.
And this is my thing. Like, we got governors, we got rules, and, that's like governing, right? And you heard of corruption before, right? I think that's what goes down in this sanctioning body. The other thing, this is my last question. When it relates to how you guys create this order in the thing, you guys, with these different tiers of belts, you guys have wrecked the order of lineage when it comes into holding these belts, who becomes a champion. Now you have this Devin Haney situation to where he's supposed to be a champion. He's not a champion. What's the purpose of him paying a sanctioning fee? And would you guys relinquish him having to pay a sanctioning fee if Teofimo is the champion? Shouldn't the guy who is at the top of the steep be the only one that pays a sanctioning fee for the belt, and all other fighters should be exempt from having to pay the sanctioning fees for these other belts that stand below the tier of who's the guy at the top?
Haney is a champion, and because of the WBC, he has made millions of dollars. That's it. That's my answer. Ask him. He has made millions.
Because he made millions, or is it because it's the promoter?
You ask him. Because he fought for the WBC championship, and he's the WBC champion. He's making very good money. And just do your homework. Learn a little bit more so you can have.
I've been doing this homework, Mauricio. That's why I'm asking you, and you got zero answers for it. Because we look, we're not casual fans. We're real hardcore about this sport. We like the sport. The sport is suffering. The sport is being killed off because of what you guys are doing, and also what some fighters are doing, what some fans are doing. You guys have killed the sport out of greed. You put the sport back in order. You can still make money and organize this thing. So is there a champion below Devin Haney that's paying sanctioning fees to you guys? And how many fighters below him are paying sanctioning fees just in his division that hold these different tier belts? And then that's my question. I'll take it offline. Peace.
You had enough questions.
I feel so. Go ahead and answer the question. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm not. I don't know what the question is. It's
he asked in terms of the sanctioning fees for the belts. So you have does Teofimo Lopez pay sanctioning fees?
The WBC is a world structure. So I'm going to give you the example of Manny Pacquiao, okay?
Yes.
He, poor kid in Philippines, he goes and gets the OPBF title, which is the Oriental and Pacific Boxing Federation, affiliated to the WBC, lightweight. Then he goes and wins the WBC International, okay? And then he goes and wins the WBC World title in the flyweight division. So this is how it is structured. We have a level that you can be moving up the steps with organized rule, with organized structure. So when you get to compete to each different level, you're prepared and you're doing it under a organized rules with neutral ring officials, with medicals, with everything that the organization works for, that you don't see as it goes. Whatever happens before you can see a fight, there's so many things behind. The boxing commissions do many things, the promoters and the matchmakers, the organization. So there's so many things in the back, but there's a structure and there's a moving up the ladder. So if you like to learn, it's easy to follow and understand. But if you are always looking at the grain that is wrong, then there's no way about that. That's the way people are. Can I have 10 more minutes? Is that okay?
Yeah, 10 more minutes. Hey, I'll let the fans ask the question. I'll email you my question. Well, go ahead, Hustlers Home. Thank you, Mauricio.
Good evening, Mr. Sulaiman. I did have a question about that Canelo fucking Kung shit, but I don't care. I just wanted to say thank you for your time. You a fucking soldier. Hey, thank you for putting the heat on you, man. And but justifiably so, because you know the confusion with the black community, as far as I'm concerned, about the belts and the way it's being distributed, is like there is like no particular thing aimed at our community, but there's a thing aimed at the Hispanic community. But you've already shown interest in Juneteenth, which I fucking respect to the highest. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to thank you for your time. I've talked to some of the former WBC champions. None of them has never said anything negative about you and your organization. I've seen the things, because I was going to come with heat. Because when Fran told me that you was coming, I was going to come with heat. But I seen all the stuff that WBC does for the fighters and stuff, as far as like the communities and stuff. I do see that, and I commend you on that. And I also commend you on something that nobody else is doing. You don't see the WBO president on here. You don't see the WBA president on here. You don't see the IBF president on here. You don't see the IBO president on here. We see Mauricio Sulaiman, and I want to salute you for your time. You don't even got to do this. You know what I'm saying? And I respect you for the utmost. You said you was going to come back. I did not. After all the heat you received last time, I did not think you was coming back, man. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't either. I was like, oh, man, he ain't coming back.
You know what I mean? Usually I'm a little bit of a cutthroat, but I'm going to send you your flowers now, man. Keep up the good, keep up the work. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll get a better understanding as hardcore fans of what your vision is. But as far as like your treatment of most of the fighters, I've never heard no fighter say anything negative about the WBC. So as far as the fighters go, you're doing an awesome job. You know what I'm saying? Us fans, we're greedy. You know what I mean? We know what we want. You know, we don't know how much power you got as far as making these fights or getting these fights. We only assuming. You know what I mean? So. I mean, I just want to salute the efforts that you put towards us as fans, and I'd like to thank you for your time in a nutshell.
Thank you so much. Can I say a story of my family, especially my father? My father took a Greyhound bus from Texas. He had to go to Boston to meet his family when he was a teenager. So when he gets in this bus, it's a 2-3 day ride. That's when he experienced the horrible discrimination. That's when he experienced to see that there were different sections on the bus. There was different restaurants. People of color could not go in. Different bathrooms, and it was just a horrible experience that stuck to his head. Then in 1973, he took a flight from New York to South Africa, Johannesburg. And it was his first assignment as WBC General Secretary. He was a supervisor. And he flew, and it was Bob Foster flying to South Africa to fight. And when they arrived in South Africa, Bob Foster was put in a different hotel because he was black, in a different, he could not enter the stadium in the same gate, etc., etc. When he goes into the dressing room, these white supremacists show up and say, Bob Foster, you're going to be, what's the word? You're going to be awarded. You're going to be white, honorary white for the night, so you can go into the ring. And that hit my father so strong and so hard. And Nelson Mandela with apartheid that was happening in jail. So when he became president in 1975, the first thing that he said to the WBC and his first decision was to expel South Africa from boxing because of the apartheid, the discrimination and abuse of power. And that lasted 16 years until Nelson Mandela was freed from prison. And just 2-3 years ago, we went to the White House and Jack Johnson received the presidential pardon. And that's something that the WBC worked with so many fighters, so many people who wanted this to happen. So we pride for this. And that's the way we do it. We did it in Japan with a fighter who was incarcerated 45 years. So as I say, here, there's no difference. There's no benefits from race, religion, upbringing, nothing. It is the boxers. They are our heroes. They are the persons who make us humble because what they do inside and outside the ring.
Right. Great story. Great story. For real, for real. Kyle, what's up?
What's going on, man? Mr. Sulaiman, man. You see I got the WBC belt back there, man. You know,
you got it on top too. You got it on top. Wow. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's way before you came on the show, but man, listen. For you to come on the show and to take the heat from Reggie Owens and for everybody in the chat and all that stuff, all the super chats and shit like that, and to explain yourself, man, and try to get us a better understanding, man, I can't do nothing but respect it. The question that I have is about women's boxing, right? You know, the growth. How do you guys lift up the women's sport as far as getting it to a level in which the men's sport is? You know what I mean? Like, I know you guys do a lot of stuff for the men, but I'm trying to figure out, is there a way to get the women's sport, women's boxing to another level? Do you guys have a way of making it to where they can get 3 rounders instead of the 2-minute rounds? Is there a way that y'all can kind of push it? Tell me, y'all a big deal when it comes to boxing. So is there a way that y'all can get this whoever is in charge of taking it from 2 minutes to 3 minutes? You know, I think if women were able to fight for 3-minute rounds instead of 2-minute rounds, I think it'd be more knockouts. I think that more people will be engaged. Is there something that the WBC can do to take women's boxing to another level?
Thank you. You know, it has been a long process. The WBC has fought very hard for women. We started the women's division, the women's championship, 2004, and we have done world conventions exclusively for women. We have participated in a great way to promote women with promoters, with television networks. We have knocked on the doors to get the opportunities for women. And regarding what you're saying, let me go into deep, because there is nothing more sacred and important than safety. And we have medical research, and we have the statistics, and we have the opinions that we have gathered throughout the years. Let me tell you, women are physiologically different from men. Okay? There's something in the back, in the neck area, that is very much fragile than men. Concussion is 88% more probable on women than men. And recovering from brain injuries is much more longer and danger. Women, they have a period. That's hormones that changes things inside the body. So there's a rule or a very simple way of analyzing what a brain injury or concussion is. When you add fatigue plus dehydration plus a hard punch, that's when you get an injury. Okay, so if you fight 3 minutes or you fight 12 rounds, you will be more tired and more dehydrated and much more susceptible to a head injury. We will not move from that until there's proven medical data. We don't want to find out that we were right when we see a woman have an injury in the ring and passing away from an accident in the ring. So woman is very exciting. When the bell rings, they come out and fight. And you have 2 minutes full of action. They are always ready to fight, always in weight, always in shape, willing to take on any challenge. So the promoters are finding that there are many positives in the way it is structured. You don't need 3 minutes to knock out your opponent. So I understand. Let me tell you what happened when my father took the last 3 rounds from the 15-round championship fights. He took the most dramatic rounds, the most for the fans to see people almost killing each other without strength. It was so dramatic, so intense, people on the crowd all the way up. And that was great for the fan. But it took so many lives, and it took the life quality of so many fighters that now that we look back, many lives have been saved and many fighters are able to live a decent life after the ring. So we will always be by the safety side. We have just made a donation last year before the pandemic to UCLA to structure a specific woman boxing research. If they find out with medical facts that they have no danger, higher danger fighting 3 minutes, the WBC would change. But everything we have right now, and if you watch a fight, when you see them in the 8th, 9th round, even if it's 2 minutes, they're very tired. So why golf has women tee off from much closer? Why basketball has a smaller ball? Why running has a different clock? So it is not discrimination against women. It's only protection for safety reasons. But we do a lot to support and to try to give women the much deserved space in the sport of boxing.
I can respect that, man. All right, Big Fred, I'll holler at you later on, man.
Appreciate it, man. Man, I know you said 10 minutes. We got a special guest, man. He the Barbershop Conversations Promoter of the Year just beamed in, man. He want to holler at you, man. What's up?
Hey.
How are you, Mr. Haney?
Hello, Mauricio. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm so happy to see you. I have not talked to you in a while.
I know.
You're looking good.
Thank you. You as well. We're just working hard, getting ready for this fight.
Yes, I'm going to be there. I will be in Las Vegas on the 29th to be with you.
Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to it.
Great.
So the thing is that I've been getting a lot of calls to come on here, to come up and talk to you openly on an open platform, because of course you get a lot of questions. I get a lot of questions. You get questions asked to you, and then I get questions asked to me at different times. So now we get a chance to talk openly, at the barbershop. And the barbershop is always a place that you come to and you just, you have fun, and you just, you kind of just chop it up. So I enjoy, and I'm glad that you come on here. And I was watching you take all the heat from everyone, and of course, you won't get that much heat from me. But you know what I mean. You know, I'm always a straight shooter with you.
Yes,
You know?
you and I have spoken many times.
Yes, sir.
And he has always been straight, respectful,
Yes.
and
yes.
And as a gentleman.
Right. So would you be fair enough to tell the people how many times that I've called you, and how much interest Devin has shown, and how long he's been a WBC champion? Because you talked about Manny Pacquiao having every belt, I think the people might not understand that Devin came to Mexico at a very young age, and he took a chance. He took a chance where several promoters wanted him. You know, he was a standout amateur. We took a chance and we bet on ourselves. And you see nowadays, you see guys like, you see this guy, the YouTuber guy who's bet on himself, who's making a ton of money right now, right? You see, you know, you see instances like that. So when you talk about the money and us making money, it's the fact that we don't want people to think that it's a corrupt thing, that the WBC is being corrupt with us and showing us any favors in terms of making money. That the fact of is that we bet on ourselves, and we signed a deal with Eddie Hearn as co-promoters, because we had the WBC Youth Belt, the WBC International Belt. We won the WBC Silver from Zaira Abdullah, the WBC Interim, the WBC World Title. I think that we've had every one of the WBC belts. Is that not correct, sir?
Your son is a perfect example of what we have been talking about.
Yes, sir.
I was in Las Vegas 9 years ago. Yes. I get a phone call from Don Majeski, and he says, my friend Mauricio, I'm downstairs with Bill Haney and his son. They want to come up and meet you.
Yes.
So
yes.
I opened the door to find this shining star with a smile that brightens up the whole room.
Yes, sir.
We sit down and we talk very candidly. I was very impressed. And I had received a day before a bracelet, a WBC bracelet that was given to me. Yes. And I was so impressed by the father and son relationship, by the way Devin expressed his dreams through boxing. Yes. And I gave him that bracelet. I'm sure he still has it.
He still has it. He still has it, definitely. He
still
has
it. From there, he was an amateur fighter. He turned pro. We kept in close contact. He went to Tijuana to start the career where he was not given opportunities. He had to open. Nobody gave David Haney and Bill Haney nothing. They worked so hard for so many years to get to where they are. Nobody has handed them anything. So they won the youth world championship, youth. Then the intercontinental, the international, the silver championship, the interim title, and then the world championship. And now he's in a great stage. He's young. He's brilliant. Nobody knows what he does, but he goes out and feeds the poor, and he's always looking how to help the community. Right. So I cannot be more proud of Devin Haney, and I cannot be more proud for the support that you as a father, as a manager, as a mentor, and with the truth and the faith you have shown to every step that we have taken together to get. But it is so important to say that nobody has handed Haney nothing. He has won it, he has earned it, and he has done the work. And I'm just very proud of your son and yourself.
Absolutely. And do you remember a time where Lennox Lewis had got the WBC belt when he didn't when like Riddick Bowe didn't fight him?
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
And I'm gonna give you one before. Ken Norton.
Okay.
Because Ken Norton had fought, and Ali lost to Spinks, and the winner had to fight Norton. That was the absolute condition, 1977. And when Ali
I mean, when Spink said, no, I will give the rematch to Ali, and Norton can go to his side, the WBC proclaimed Norton, and then he fought Holmes. When Riddick Bowe defeated Holyfield, and he had to fight Lennox Lewis, and he just simply dumped the belt in a trash can. Lennox Lewis was given the recognition as world champion. So there is precedent.
Yes.
You cannot be unjust, and this is what happens. So there's no question.
Right.
But, you know, all this back and forth, it is not, you know, it's social media, it's irresponsible people who they don't understand, or even the fighters going at that like that is not fair. But
well, you remember, and the 52nd convention with the WBC down in Cancun, where my dear friend, our dear friend, that works for me, Don Majeski, he came to the convention, and while I'm talking to him on the convention because we weren't being represented by Eddie. Eddie Hearn didn't have. Well, we had someone that was down there, of course, but we had our own representative representing DHP and representing Devin Haney and Devin Haney's interest. And while waiting on that, going to that convention, it was so much speculation in terms of whether or not we were actually going to petition, right? We were going to petition to fight Lomachenko because he was actually the champion then, right? And whether or not Lomachenko was going to franchise out because he would have only had 6 months to defend his world title, correct?
Lomachenko
because he won the vacant belt. He would only have 6 months to defend the title when you win a vacant belt, correct?
And you have to do 2 mandatory defenses.
And you have to do 2, but you have to do them within 6 months, correct?
Yeah, I mean, every champion has to fight within 6 months, and you have the mandate. But when you win a vacant title, immediately you have to do a mandatory.
Right.
So,
and we could have became the mandatory. We could have opted because we had already won the tournament that Teofimo Lopez had got out the tournament and Javier Fortuna because you ordered the tournament. It was Javier Fortuna, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, and Zaur Abdullah. We called you and we said to you, we're in the tournament and we don't have any problem with fighting Teofimo or anyone, right?
Absolutely, and that fight because Mikey Garcia was the champion.
Yes.
And he moved up in weight. So the WBC ordered a 4-man tournament.
Yes, sir.
It was going to be 2 elimination bouts, and the 2 winners would fight for the title.
Yes, sir.
Haney immediately said Amin. Abdulayev said Amin. The other 2 fighters went on. So we had a final elimination.
Meaning went on. They said that they got out. They got out of the tournament because we had a time. Okay.
And then that fight was moved to be an interim title fight because the tournament was disrupted. So that's how it happened.
Well, the tournament actually, but the tournament we had an opportunity. We had an opportunity that we could have chose to be the mandatory for Loma, be the mandatory, or be the interim, in which we petitioned to be the interim because we knew that Lomachenko was then going to franchise out, and if he didn't fight us, then we would have the opportunity to do just what Ken Norton did, and also what Lennox Lewis did.
Yeah, when you are interim champion and the champion is no longer the champion, you become world champion.
You become world champion. Correct. Now, and at this particular time, it was considered a franchise designation. It wasn't considered to be a franchise title, a supreme title of any of that kind of sort. Correct. At that particular time.
Well, that was the beginning of the.
That was the beginning.
That was the beginning.
Correct.
So when Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez engaged in that contract, we received a request stating that for the WBC to vote on addressing and assessing the possibility of that concept being in the ring. So if Lopez was to beat Lomachenko, he would become. The WBC voted and upgraded and modified the designation or the concept of the franchise, correct?
Correct. Now, so that happened after, and that happened that happened between Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. But when I talked to you on the phone correctly, you said to me, you guaranteed me that the winner, whoever the winner was going to be, and if it was Teofimo, that he guaranteed to you that he was going to fight Devin Haney next.
Yes, he has always
That's what he told you, huh?
He has always said that he wants to fight Devin Haney. That is correct.
But he was supposed to fight Devin Haney next and not Kambosos.
Well, not in the mandate. The reality is that the kid Teofimo has always said that he wants to fight Devin Haney. That is correct.
Mm-hmm. So when you upgraded that, that you never informed anyone that any of the other champions, including us, Devin Haney, right? You never informed us that they had voted to make that any other kind of title other than a franchise designation.
I'm not sure, Mr. Haney. We did a press release which was very clear. I am not sure if you were sent a letter or not. I will have to check, but we certainly were very clear publicly.
Okay, so let me ask you. So then, if they're upgraded to that's upgraded to then that was upgraded after, then why don't they have the mandatories? Why does the WBC champion then have the grunt work of being in a position where you have to take on the challengers? And then why couldn't we then challenge Lomachenko? Because when you made Lomachenko the franchise champion, you made him untouchable, where Devin couldn't then challenge him. And you said that he was the franchise designation. So then that took us from being able to challenge Lomachenko because we were interim champion.
But the WBC has been completely consistent, because when your son at the convention was officially named champion, you requested in a 12-day period a voluntary defense, and the WBC granted.
But what I'm saying is,
let me talk, please.
Yes, sir. But I know I understand that.
Please let me talk.
What I'm saying is, but
no.
Lomachenko was not on the table. No, the voluntary, because we would have wanted to fight Lomachenko versus anybody else. You put Lomachenko not on the table for us to be able to challenge. So you remember, did me and you not have a hard time finding an opponent?
Please allow me to talk. Okay. The WBC supported the title defense, which took place, I believe, in November, and your son got injured. Right. And you contacted the WBC.
Let's step back before that. Before he gets injured, and before we have a voluntary defense, and me and you are both looking and searching for opponents. Why isn't Lomachenko available to us then?
No, because Lomachenko, right at the convention, he came on the stage, and we have the video. Yes, and he signed the franchise. At that same moment, Devin Haney was appointed WBC champion at that same moment.
But while he was on the stage, he's not available to none of your sanctioned body fighters for us to challenge Lomachenko. When he got up on that stage, he was taking off the possibility of us being able to challenge him or petition to fight him. I could have never petitioned to fight him.
Yeah, that would have to be voluntary, yes. So when you had the convention, I believe was September, October, you fought in a very close time. The WBC supported the opponent that you requested.
But that opponent is the opponent that's available. Why wasn't Lomachenko available for us to challenge him?
Because Lomachenko was appointed franchise champion.
Correct.
But he would have been available if you. Right.
If he was not so. But that's what I'm saying is he was not available. So what I'm asking is how can a supreme champion? How can a champion that represent you guys, right? Where he's only fought one time for the vacant belt, not be considered a supreme champion that no one in the WBC can challenge.
Anyone can challenge.
How?
Look, I don't know why we're having this discussion.
No. I'm asking.
I don't
It's a question
understand
to you,
where
sir.
it's leading to. It is very clear. I said 10 minutes, and it's been 40 minutes longer.
So
I want to accommodate you.
does that make the
I don't see where it's going, Mr.
champion?
Haney. If you want to say the WBC has done wrong to you,
No, I didn't say they done wrong to me. What I'm asking in the people. So my son will be able to hold his head high and to know exactly what it is, because you just said that we've worked everywhere. And what I'm asking you is,
and I'm
can
very
the
proud of my
franchise,
son.
can the
And
franchise champion
when
be
he
challenged?
was injured in the fight, we did not take the title away. We put him champion in recess during the pandemic. He recovered. We allowed him to fight Gamboa. Now he's
Was that part of the rules that did we ask to be put on champion in recess?
I don't think so. You were.
No, we did not. No, we did not. We would have liked to have been the champion and wait till we had rehab, but we were put on champion in recess. The reason why
he was injured.
The reason why.
And you also told me several times that you were thinking of moving up to super lightweight.
Exactly.
And your son, after the fight, after the weigh-in, the next day he was 24 pounds over the weight division. So we had reasons that he could be.
When was he 24 pounds over?
After the weigh-in, the next day when he fought, he was 20 or 24 pounds heavier than the day.
Oh, he was hydrated. You said he hydrated up 20 to 24
Absolutely.
pounds.
So now, when you have that, it is a reason to believe that the fighter can be moving up in weight.
Well, yes, and it could be a reason.
Every moment we have given every chance. We have been everything right there, supporting.
I think you're misunderstanding me, Mr. Sulaiman. I think that you don't understand how much that we want to fight and we want to represent the WBC and be the best fighter, right? And we want to be the best fighter on the planet, and we want to represent you guys.
And I see.
But I'm saying is we want to fight the best. We want to fight the best fighters. We want to fight the best fighter that's available, right? I think that you're kind of misunderstanding that. You know, I've called you on several occasions about fighting, whether it be Loma, whether it be Tio. It's the best fighter, and we want to represent you and represent the green belt, just like Floyd, just like Sugar Ray Leonard, just like Ali, just like the individuals. But it's a misconception with the people. It's a misconception maybe with you that it's just maybe the money or it's just something like that.
You listen by mistake to the stupid comments by fans and by others. Social media is great because you get to be out, but it also is very mean. So many people say so many difficult things, and when you read them, you think they're true. And when you know the whole thing is not like that. Your son is a proud WBC champion who has earned everything that he has, who is making very good money as champion, who has a bright future because he's young and he's moving consistently, always moving up. Please, I want to finish saying that we have been very close to Haney. We are very proud to Haney, and that I know that he will be for many, many years a proud green and gold WBC champion.
Absolutely. And lastly, I don't know what weight, whatever he got on the scale after the weigh-in, because there's no place to get on the scale after the weigh-in or the day after the weigh-in with the WBC. So the 24 pounds, I don't know the 24 pounds that you're talking about at all. I've never seen you or talked to you about the 24 pounds. I don't know if it's someone else that then misinformed you or something like that, but I wanted to make sure I didn't want to get off topic because my main concern was just being able to represent you guys and to represent you guys well. And when you say that you have a supreme champion, right? We are the champions. We are the champions that's been holding the WBC down in the lightweight division. None of those guys make themselves accessible. Lomachenko was never accessible to everyone in the lightweight division, nor was Teofimo Lopez accessible in the lightweight division. We have been wanting to challenge them, period. And that's the only thing that I wanted you to know, and I want the fans to know about Devin. No matter what, that's just it. And I've always, you know what I mean, been consistent about that.
Very good, Mr. Haney. Very good. See you, and I'll see you in the end of May. In a couple.
And to see you at the end of May. Yeah, we're gonna be rocking and rolling in Vegas.
See you in the May. and we're gonna tattoo Linares' ass, and then guess what? We want Teofimo Lopez. If Teofimo Lopez win, we want Teofimo Lopez, and we want you to make it happen, sir.
That's going to be a great fight when
the people want.
Yeah, we just want to clear Devin Haney's name. He's never ducked anybody. None of this ducking, none of this. He's been crying or complaining, right?
And I can certainly bow to that. He has never whatsoever said no. He's always willing and wanting to take the best fights, and
that's why. And listen, I stopped calling you so much, right? Because I'm saying is, let me just lay back off Mauricio, because you know I call you and text you.
Sunday, Monday, midnight. Oh my God! And then messages and please call me. Oh my God.
Hey, I appreciate you and thank you for the opportunity, man. Thank you for coming into the barbershop and clearing it up, because listen, they put me on the hot seat. They asked me all these questions though, Mauricio. I'm all the time. So I knew when you came on and you talked about Devin, you opened it up and you said how much money we're making. We're grateful. We're grateful for being able to make the money that we are, and we know that it's because of what we've been working to do and working with you guys.
Absolutely.
Right? All right.
Excellent.
All right, peace. Hey, Fred, thank you, brother.
All the time.
Have a good one. All
right. Mauricio, this guy he said he got one question. He been hanging in there. He been on hold for it the whole show. Can we get him, please, Mauricio? Please. All right. Thank you, dog. Thank you, man. Go ahead, K-Dub.
Thank you, Fred. How you doing, Mauricio Sulaiman, sir?
How are you, Kenneth? It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, sir. You had took a picture with my son with that belt at the Earl Spence and Danny Garcia fight. That was me and my son you took that picture with.
I remember that moment. Oh, what a great...
Thank you, sir. I posted the picture today because I knew you was going to be on the show. But my question is, Mr. Sulaiman, is would you consider sanctioning Jake Paul for your Bridger weight division?
Well, Jake Paul is not rated. There are certain provisions to rate a fight. A fighter has to go through a process, and the Bridger weight division is from 200 to 224 pounds. If he continues to fight and continues to make the merits to earn a rating, anything could be possible. But at this moment, he's not rated, and I believe he has a lot to learn in the ring. While I confirm that I feel happy and proud because he's working hard. But at this moment, he's still got many things to prove inside the ring.
Thank you, sir. And the WBC is the best boxing council ever.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And say hello to the champ.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate you, K-Dub, man. Appreciate you, Mauricio. DB, any last words? D.
He fell asleep.
No, man. I'm not ducking like like some of these boxers, man. I just wanted to say thank you to Mauricio for answering a portion of the questions, and but I want to finish with saying or asking, what are you most proud of about the WBC so far in 2021 before you leave out of here?
About this year, about the WBC, okay. I am proud to see the fighters wanting to fight the best fights. They understood that the pandemic brought a great situation of so much suffering, so much pain, people losing loved ones and friends, and the fighters have gone into the ring and given great moments. And there are many great fights coming up. So I am enthused to see boxing together, moving to try to make the best fights and to give entertainment and to move forward. And the unity of the boxing community, that's so humbling. I can tell you so many stories when any of us have needed a moment, a nice word, a pat on the back, a place to lean on. You here in boxing is where you find it.
Mauricio, thank you, man. I appreciate all the caps, man.
Man.
Thank you for coming in and spending some time with us.
Man, you spent a lot of time with us, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man, for real.
Thank you very much, and let's have a great year.
Yeah, and the fans appreciate you, man. They have their opinion on it, but they can't say you didn't show up. You know what I mean? They can't say you didn't show up. So we appreciate you, man. And PPD says thank you for working with her as well. Patty, you call her Patricia.
Patrice is the number one. She's the queen.
Yeah. July, August. See you July, August sometime in there.
You say the time and the day, and I'll be there.
I know. Appreciate you. Thank you, brother.
Okay.
Thank you, Mauricio, brother.
Have a good one. Good night.
Yeah, thank you, man. That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. He came and stayed with us for that long. You know, I mean, we got our opinion, but the nigga's here. Excuse me, he's here. You know, so I can't do nothing but respect that. Appreciate you, K-Dub, man. Great show. We got the promoter of the year in here. We missed 3 super chats. And hopefully I'll post them. Ask Bill about more tickets to the fight. Ask Bill, he gone. And I can't get to the other super chats, but I can read them. DJ, does the WBC have a rule like the WBO where if the champion moves up? Damn, I wanted that. It's always questions. DJ, I appreciate you, man, because that's definitely
shout out to DJ, man. Salute to DJ.
Yeah, for always supporting financially as well. I wanted to ask him that question. God damn it, I wanted to ask him that question. You know what I mean? Because I was talking, and this was a while ago. I haven't spoken to him recently. But DB, I was talking to Gary Russell, and he wanted that 130-pound belt. And so that would have been a good question, because maybe we can thrust Jamal Charles.
Yeah, I had it's funny, you know, obviously the guys are in the chat, and that's why I wanted these guys to start giving me some questions yesterday so that I can combine them with mine, so that way at least I can get the secondary portion and articulate the question so that it doesn't sound ultra offensive, but also without sounding like I wasn't paying attention for the first half of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So but yeah, man, these guys came through with some good questions. And sometimes we can take 3 questions that are relatively the same and consolidate them and ask one question. But passionate boxing fans, what else can we ask for? These dudes, you and I and the rest of the people that are in here, all the thousands of people that listen to this right here, everybody wants good fights. Right. And I can't remember. I don't know if it was Kyle or somebody that came in, but said, what more can we ask for? Well, we can ask for a lot more, because if we're the ones buying the pay-per-views and we spending our hard-earned money, especially during this pandemic, man, listen, we allowed to ask for everything. And we want to see fights. As I mentioned yesterday, nobody told you to sign up to be a boxer. Nobody told you to sign up to be an amateur. Nobody told you to be Golden Gloves. Nobody told you to be a youth boxer. All of this that you did it on your own. So yeah, you signed up for it and you're getting paid for it and you got belts. So we want to see the best fighting the best. And if he's the president of the WBC, then he's the person that's got to make them happen for us. So we can ask for all of it. But yeah, man, I think maybe it's time for us now to start asking the president of the WBO. Or no, he's already here, Bob Arum. But maybe but the IBF, the WBA, and even the IBO and some of those smaller ones. Maybe we need to get some of these people in here.
I'm with it.
And I think it'll be easier for them to come. Well, maybe it might be easier to pitch to them to come on when they know that we've got Bob Arum and also Mauricio in here. But I think once they start doing their research, then they may get scared and say, "Oh no, these people are going to ask us some real questions that we can't bounce around." So, but I think it'd be a good idea, and then once we get these people in here, man, we can start getting, listen, if we ask 10 questions, they're going to answer 3, right? They're going to start answering a portion of the questions. But listen, if those are 3 questions that we didn't have answers, so we just have to ask a whole lot so we can just get a whole lot. If we ask a little, we get little to nothing. So yeah, man, I want to hear some of the calls now and not about what shoulda, but let's figure out what we're gonna ask them the next time, and let's hold them accountable. So we keep coming up with stuff that's happening in the last 2 months, but let's hold a person accountable to what they told us 3 months ago. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to, make them answer the questions where, you know, last time we interviewed him, he told me that 2 of the questions, he was like, "That's a good question. I need some more time." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And, you know, I didn't let it slide. So I just came back and just rephrased it and, you know, put the pen to the pad and articulate it in a different manner.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Great words, DB. I have, and he promised me an interview, but he's not gonna remember. It was years ago. I haven't spoken to him in a long while. But Mendoza, is that his name? Gilberto Mendoza of the WBO, is that his name?
Gilbert Ramirez.
Oh, Ramirez. yeah. He and I hung out a lot, and he's honestly, he actually sought me out. Like, he's a fan of the show because he actually sought me out. But this was 2019. It was Sean Porter versus Danny Garcia. So, and he gave me his number, and I'm gonna see if I can re-find it somehow, some way. But I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if he'll remember or whatever, if he still watches the show, but I'll do my best to get him on as well. So we'll do that. I'll say, Bob, man, can I get your vice president on? Oh man. So and J.A. Dixon, man, your fucking super chat was next, dog. Fuck. It was next, and we didn't get it on, but I appreciate the donation, man. And I just want you to know I saw the donation, and thank you very much, for sure.
Shout out to J.A. Dixon.
Yeah, thank you, man. And so yeah, and I appreciate y'all supporting the channel too. The phone lines are open, and I love it, man. Hey, this is I get goosebumps when, and I'll wait 20 minutes before I say what I got to say. I want the guest to fall asleep. Fuck it, I don't give a fuck. but at the end of the day, I want y'all to ask questions. I'm just, you know, like I'm physically like kind of massaging the guests and shit, so it don't come off as abrasive and shit. Go get them. If y'all go get the guests, man. You know what I mean? Don't be misconstrued by what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to keep them here. You know what I mean? Yeah, we gotta get Gary Peoples here. Gilberto Mendoza is a WBA. Thank you. I don't know him, but I've never even seen him before. The WBA champion. I mean, president.
Oh, you're talking about the executive. I thought you were talking about you said the boxer though, right?
No, I'm talking about the guy that runs it.
Oh man, I'm tripping. Okay.
Who are you talking about?
I stand corrected. He used to be a middleweight. I think he's fighting at probably cruiser now.
Oh yeah.
And Dr. Sparring said, Fred DB, if the WBO, WBA, IBF reps don't come into the shop, we got to put some respect on Mauricio's name for willing to run the fade and represent the WBC.
Yeah, for sure. I respect everyone that come in here. Hey, this is a hard platform to come to, man. When you know you got a host that don't give a fuck, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, this is a hard platform to come to, man. You don't know what you're gonna get asked. It's a hard platform to prepare for, you know. So
I think if Mauricio, you know, he was a bit emotional. Mauricio, you were a bit emotional in some of your responses. And if you watch the Bob Arum interviews, Bob Arum doesn't get emotional. He stays calm, and he know we finna give him the business every time, you know. And but at least he stays calm, and he just answers half the questions just like everybody else do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out to KO. What up? And Otis, what up?
Yeah, Bob is funny. Yeah, that shit. He said, what he say about Red? Hey, Reg, go ahead and clip it, dog, so I can pull it from your Instagram, dog. Go ahead and pull
Reg, call back. Reg, call in.
Yeah, Reg, we got a call before him, man. What's up? What's up, 724?
Hey, Fred, this is man, GTB.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, bro, I think you're supporting the hoodie, man.
Oh, for
I'm at
sure.
work right now.
For sure.
Yeah, I think, man, I think look nice on you too, bro.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate you.
But I was want to say, dude was doing a lot of line tonight, bro. He just like he don't want to give Dev a shot. That's all it is.
You're right.
That's what it seemed like to me. He don't want to give Dev no type of shot. And every time Bill would get to talking, he talked right over Bill. Like he didn't want to hear nothing what Bill was saying. He wouldn't let him finish.
I bet.
So, I mean, I don't know what's up with dude, but I think Dev should get a shot. All of them should get a shot. I mean, stop franchising these people just because they want to or because they can. You feel me?
Right.
But did you hear anything about the Spence fight? Anything at all?
No, I haven't heard anything. about the Spence fight. I thought Fox was going to announce their schedule because they ain't got to fight till May 1st, so maybe it'll be on the pay-per-view. But it's going to be less people watching that fight, so it don't make no sense.
Yeah, ain't no question. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm trying to see if I might go to that Spence fight.
Yeah, I want to be there to support him. He was there for our toughest moment last year, so I'm gonna do my best to get the Errol Spence fight for sure.
All right. Well, man, I just want to call once again and tell you thanks for supporting the brand, man.
Oh, for sure. I was just waiting for a guest. So you can pull it and say, you can do it. You can do what you want with it for sure.
Well, look good on you, bro. I'll get back to work, man. I just want to call, tell you once again, thanks, bro.
All the time, dog. Peace. Birdman. Good stuff tonight, Fred and DB. Yeah, DB held it down tonight. DB held it down. Hey, Ramadan is getting the motherfucking bill. You see that shit? That motherfucker dehydrated. That motherfucker trying to get his words out. You know what I mean? Hey, it's only day 5, man. Hey, what is today? 5, 6? What is it?
Yeah. 5 or 6. Yeah, one of them.
Yeah.
Too.
Hey, so Ramadan, you get one meal at sunset?
No, you can have so you eat before sunup. If you wake up that early, I don't wake up that early because obviously we go to bed. I mean, we leave out of the shop and the cow, and after all of that stuff is done, it's pretty late. You know what I mean? But going to bed at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, there's no way to get up an hour or hour and a half later. You know what I'm saying? For sort of like at 4:50 or whatever. So that means for me, I just have to wait until somewhere between 7:30 and 8 o'clock.
Got it.
4:40 iftar. Yeah. Was that a call just came in?
Yeah, that's your boy, man. That's your boy. He likes me tonight. He gonna hate me tomorrow. But go ahead.
Well, you said I'm gonna hate you tomorrow?
Oh, for sure. I'm gonna find a way for you to hate me tomorrow. But go ahead.
No, as long as you ain't hating on black folks, I don't be tripping.
Says the guy that's hating on me. So
ain't nobody hating on your ass. I'm just calling like it is. You was on there cooning and hating and shit. That's all I'm calling. Cooning.
All right, guys, what's up, man?
Fred, if you too blind to see that shit, then you need somebody to let you know when you're doing it.
Okay, well, I'm blind. But no, blind in the motherfucker. What's up? Go ahead.
Yeah, man. But nah, man, this Mauricio cat is something else, man. This dude, like DB said, he's doing this half partial answering shit. And then even when Bill was speaking with him, he lying about that shit. And then he goes when he's back in the corner to try to expose a fighter with some made up shit. When like it's just like ridiculous with what goes on. That's why I'm glad when he comes in to address him, and then he talking about he can't answer shit. No, you don't got to answer for what you have created. You created so much backlog, confusion, gridlock in this game that none of it makes sense. And I mean, you can't make sense of this shit because it's all about him. It ain't about these fighters. It ain't about the sport of boxing. Don't nobody need no sanctioning body to make fighters rich. And any fighter who thinks that is a fucking idiot. Like, that's the most foolish shit. That I hope fighters don't believe that shit. I mean, I'm just like what is that's the other thing I want to ask. I wish I'd have thought of a third question, but it's to really, because I hear these sanction bodies say they make the fighters money. How do they do that? What is the function that the WBC does to help fighters make money? I never understood that. Do you know?
Yeah, I tried. No, and I tried to ask it. I asked it the first time we interviewed him, and I tried to switch it up a little bit this time. And, he said that we try to help them to save money, and we try to keep them relevant by putting their likeness on video games and having them do interviews. But I think that's more of an opportunity to keep the WBC relevant more than the fighter. And I don't see the fighters benefiting from that, other than having their face on something, but that doesn't pay the bills.
Right. Because that's even like watching Drew channel yesterday, and dang, why I'm drawing a blank on damn, Drew, what's the Michael is it Bennett? I keep forgetting his name. He was on there and he was speaking about Chris Bird, and he was like, man, he's doing bad.
Michael
and
Grant.
I hated to hear that. Michael Grant, yeah, that's who it was. Michael Grant. And he was stating that he was like, man, Bird out here doing bad, like he hurting. And I'm like, this type of ish is effed up, man. This is some effed up ish. Like, what is the purpose of these sanctioning bodies? And fighters also have to learn how to manage this money. I hate when I see fools who may touch big money, even folks who I know personally. They may touch big money, become millionaires or whatnot. And the first thing you see them doing is idiotic shit, flossing, buying this and that. They go take a trip. They got to hop on charter commercial jets. Like, nah, you really ain't in that goddamn pay scale. It ain't the pay scale. That it should look cool, look flossy, but there's big money that come with that. That money depletes. And there's another thing. There's a reason why a lot of these billionaires work all the way until damn death, because they're afraid of going broke. They don't just make $1 billion and just call it quits. So I made enough money. No, they keep doing it. Warren Buffett, like 100 years old, still doing that shit. The Rockefellers worked all the way up into their damn hundreds into their death. The Koch brothers, all these dudes, these fighters got to understand that shit don't stop. That spending, throwing away money is a no-no. Even Kobe worried about that shit. Is cognitive and thinking as Kobe was. His thing was, what does he do with his money? He's like, you just can't, when the money comes in and that shit stops, that's money that's just going out. And you don't waste. I watched so many people who have once touched millions that are broke as shit, but they won't get jobs because of this pride and the image they have once portrayed. That's like the hardest shit for people to go back into kind of this working lifestyle. I watched one of my homies who was an athlete who grew up in this shit where they didn't teach this kid no plan B. He grew up through the Pop Warner system, dominating. Grew up through the high school system, dominating. Never been taught anything else. No backup plan on here. You get this education, this and that. Most star athletes gonna get cheated their way through the education programs. Oh, go take this teacher here, take that. They'll get you through. We looking at M's for you. Get up to college, D1 college level. Everybody's a star. You start to fade off. Bam, the plan didn't work. This kid go through so many psychological meltdowns because he can't see himself going into working a 9-to-5 type jobs. And is millions of athletes who are like that. And then the athletes who get the opportunities of touching them M's, they fuck it off, trying to portray these images of what they think people think a millionaire is supposed to look like. Like,
right.
But what is the WBC doing? What money y'all putting away for these cats? Then Mauricio creating all these damn belts. Then send them on trips to a convention. Like, what the fuck they doing at this convention? I've seen that convention. It was the dumbest shit. Doesn't make any sense. These fighters can go in here, argue their point where they should be in rankings. Like you asked them why Jerron, and what you say Jerron is ranked 12 in WBC?
Yeah.
Like, sense does that shit make? Number 12? Like, what the? How does this dude rank number 12? He should be number 1. Like, or number 2.
Yeah,
like,
he definitely should be up in there somewhere. Big statement.
Yeah, it's like this shit is way out, and that's what bugs me with Mauricio. Ain't got no hate, because my first thing was when he made that disrespect about Muhammad Ali. Is what really bugged me on top of all the other ill racial shit he has going on. He can't even tell a story when he wants to talk about. All he says there's no racism. This sport has always been driven in racism. And then anytime you tell a racism story, you got to use your father. Where's your stories at? He ain't got none. He see all this atrocious shit going on in this country, but act like ain't no racism going on. Everything that's been done up for black boxers have been everything to oppress them, to shun them away, kick them to the side, kick them to the curve when a new thing comes in. And sometimes you don't get these other nationalities or races of people who come into possibilities of being these champions because some of these divisions are so heavily dominated by black athletes. And then you may come into a period where you can get a Canelo who comes in once in a lifetime. You see what this guy's doing. You end up with the Estradas and Chocolatitos who then got hot in the division, and that's scandalous when he pulled that damn franchise shit in that situation, blocking that dude from wherever Rung Basai's from. Like that's still bull crap. Like everything about this dude is whack. Like that's why I be on his head, because he's fucking the sport up. As much as we like boxing, we talk about what ruins it, and you can't get mad at what goes on with Triller because them fools doing everything proper in this game without a sanctioning body needing to be there. I think that paycheck that Regis got was probably his biggest payday.
Yeah, because they had to pay no sanctioning fees, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like nobody come to watch fights for no damn belts. Like these fighters would be a fool. I wish Bill Haney and them would drop that damn belt. You got a profile, you got a name. You holding a championship belt, people don't want to fight you. What's the point of being a champion? Boxers don't want to fight other top tier boxers. So fuck them belts. Go find names. Devin Haney go fight a YouTube star. He'll probably make big money off of that because it's about what people want to pay for. If I like a rap artist, you think I like a rap artist or R&B artist. He go to concert. Do I gotta wait for this artist because there's so many parallels with music and boxing? Do I need to wait for this artist to have a belt? Or do I need to wait for this artist to have a franchise chain? Like, get the fuck out of here, man. But that's my whole point on that. I want to hog the lines up.
Reg.
Yeah, yo.
Reg. Yeah, hold on
before
before you hang up, man. You ran into Tyson Fury.
Oh, yeah. You got to give us an update on that because I'm sure y'all spoke off camera, and I appreciate you mentioning the product, man. The show, man. Thank you.
Yes, indeed, man. You know I got to do it. I told you I don't be hating on you. You think that?
No, I don't give. Man, come on. Can we keep the show going, man? We're all characters in this big play.
But no, I was up in Macy's and shit, and as I'm like getting ready to walk out, I'm looking. I see these dudes like walk through the store, and I'm seeing them in them in that jog. Because I put a video of Tyson Fury the other day, and I seen him with one of them when he was jogging. He was in one of them suits, and I looked like, what the hell? They look like the suits. He looked kind of tall, and I see Sugar Hill. Like, what the hell? I'm like, what's up? What's up, Sugar Hill? Because Tyson kept walking. He was with his son, and so he walked over there. We had a talk, and that's the shit I caught on camera. And then as we got on camera, because I was like, man, I gotta talk to Tyson Fury. I ain't about to see him up there, and I ain't about to do this interview. He's like, I don't know if he's gonna interview. I said, man, I'm gonna interview him. Like, he's like, he don't like to give people interviews. Sugar Hill kept saying that, but me and Sugar Hill was talking about boxing, talking about his uncle. He's speaking about how he doesn't really follow the sports, and I'm like, man, I was telling him that's like, why y'all do that? Because I'm like, so many people involved in the sport who don't follow it, and this is the problem with the destruction of the sport. It's why the sport ain't no good. Like, only in boxing you hear people entrenched in it who are the coaches, the talent in it, who talk about they don't fight it. You don't hear in MMA they don't do that shit. They don't drag down the sport. I'm sure the coaches in MMA pay attention to every fighter that's out there. They know who is who. But in boxing, the people involved in it, because they have a distaste for it, they don't follow it. But he was talking about, as he was talking, he's like, yeah, you're right. Because he was like, his uncle was like so heavily like involved in paying attention to everything about boxing. And I was like, man, yeah, y'all got to follow. I'm like, because on YouTube, we do everything. YouTube is where everything is. And I'm like, we follow this shit. And then it was like, I told him I'm the one who showed I'm the one who asked you about the gloves. And then he was talking about Drew Titan. I don't know if he thought I was Drew Titan, because at the moment, he was like trying to look to figure out who I was. Yeah, but then when I see Tyson Fury walk up to him, and he was cool. He was on some cool shit. First, he was looking around like, probably trying to figure, it was like nobody recognized him really. So it was like, see me walk up on him, he was like kind of shocked by that. And then, just talking with him and shit, seeing what's going on. But it was cool. It was real cool. But yeah, that kind of just boiled down. But they were real cool, man. And I just want to show, like, shit, I'm a boxing fan. It is what it is. I'm a Wilder fan more than I am a Fury fan, but as what I respect out of them, because that's boxing is what I wish I would have done. Like, Pops was still around. That's what me and my brother probably would have got into. My brother wouldn't be locked up in prison, caught up in the street shit, and a lot of my other friends. But outside that LA bullshit hood dynamic, to where you can only go on, if you ain't from this side of town, then you really can't fuck around with these gyms type shit. But that's why I respect these fighters. I may not like a fighter, but I don't get caught up in, this and because still respect what these cats do.
Good stuff, Reg. Yeah, man. I just wanted to mention it because I know everybody probably not connected to all social media. And when it came up, when it popped up on my screen, I was like, wait, hold on.
Yeah, that was a great surprise, right?
Yeah, I was with a client. I'm like, wait, hold on.
It didn't make sense to me. That shit didn't register with me at all. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how did this happen? Like, I was confused.
Yeah.
Shit, I was tripping. I was tripping like, wait, the fuck, how I run into this fool?
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. That's fly. May will get Sugar Hill on in May.
Yeah, for sure. You know, you heard him talking about. He thought he had the record. I had to tell him the non-renewal.
And he not breaking that one. Nah, he ain't breaking that shit.
Yeah, we don't want to talk to him for 7 hours. We talk to only another woman can break that record.
You gotta get Tyson Fury in here. That's what you need to do. Yeah.
Yeah, man, shit. I'm gonna fuck around and try to go to the gym where they at if they still out here.
Yeah, you might as well. Yeah, you should be the course. Now if I would double back tomorrow and shit. Just go, you know what I mean? Shit. Why not?
Yeah, because I think he said that fight, they ain't even got that fight together.
Yeah, that was great. You got a lot of info out of them. That was some important stuff. Yeah. They ain't even got a date. They don't know nothing. They not even in camp, but that's a lie. They in camp because they're expected to fight this summer. So
probably keeping him in shape. He was slim to the motherfucker. That's why I didn't think he was like 280.
Mm-hmm.
But I forget because of his height and shit, he probably weighed that much.
Yeah, his midsection is big too.
Yeah, but I'm like, I can't.
Like his
whenever they fight,
he kind of
whenever they fight,
squarey.
Man, I can't wait for whoever it is.
SpongeBob. He kind of SpongeBob-ish, you know.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
But shit, let me read the lines. If I don't like holding the lines like this.
No, that shit sounded weird, dog.
Yeah, talking about his mid. I'm trying to get off the phone. All right, I'm opening the lines, bro.
Oh man!
Yeah, shout out to Rod 870 with the $2 holla. He said, "Great show, Fred. A little more support right here."
That's
shout
love, man. Mike Weary closing arguments were today for the Chauvin case. I didn't watch him, man. I didn't watch him. So now it's in the hands of the jurors. DB?
Oh, I didn't see anything yesterday or today. I saw Reggie. The man should have got Reg when he was still on here. I just got the clips from his page.
All right, we got 256 and we got Champion Hard on the beam, man. What's up, 256? What's up, man?
What's going on, Fred? How you and DB doing tonight, man? Great show.
Thank you, dog.
What up, DJ? Salute.
What's going on, man?
I appreciate the support, man. Thank you.
Just been in a good mood lately, DB. My daughter got her first tap out the other day. While she was at 8 years old, man. Got her first rear naked. I was so happy. But anyway, got her first dinger last Saturday playing softball. So yeah, I've been in a good mood. But anyway.
Hey, but man, listen, I've been hearing that Black Girls Rock thing, man, over here. Black Fathers Rock, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. So I just wanted to I really wanted to follow up on that question about why does Tyson Fury still have the belt? Like he was he answered the question. In much respect to Sulaiman for coming in and standing in the fire, man. I know a lot of people in his position probably wouldn't do that. So much respect. And he came back. We didn't run him off. Anyway, man, I just wanted to ask him, like, okay, you're saying it's a legal issue, but it's only an issue because there was a contract for a third fight. And despite how anybody feels about it, whether people just feel like Deontay Wilder outright lost or Tyson Fury cheated, there was a contract for a third fight. And by all accounts, Tyson Fury is trying to get out of that fight. So if there's a contract for a third fight and Tyson Fury is elected not to fight him, and you have to defend the belt within a year, I'm just trying to figure out why hasn't he been stripped yet if there was a contract for a third fight and he's elected not to fight him. So that was my other question. And I really wanted him to answer that last question I sent in. I thought about it late, Fred. I was like, damn it, he's about to get off. I hope I get it in.
Appreciate it. Damn.
Yeah, man. I was like, dang, I want to know if they got that rule. But yeah, that was my question. I wanted to know, okay, if there was a contract for a third fight and Tyson Fury is elected not to fight him, then why hadn't he been stripped?
Right. They strip you for cocaine. They strip you for saying you could be the white boy, right? Good question.
Yeah,
hey,
man.
DJ, before I forget this, I want to ask you this right here, and I know Champion Harden, he could finish up on the thought. At the Jake Paul fight, I think he was backstage with Jalen Love, was what I guess he cornered him or whatever. But he had an altercation, and I didn't see this until later with T Wood, and I'm not sure if you saw that. But after that was over, Cormier commented, and then he called him, you know what I'm saying, fat boy, and told him that he could get in the ring with him too. So, I mean, I already have my feel. I think you know what I feel about that. But what do you feel about Jalen Love and Jake Paul talking slick to T Wood and also the one of the GOATs in DC?
He better not get too full of himself because DC is actually his size. Like I believe there was one actor, man, I forgot his name, but he's actually
Michael Jai White.
He actually boxes. He was like, yeah, Jake Paul's got the game rigged. He's fighting a bunch of guys, you know, that he's 10, 15, 20 pounds heavier than. And everybody knew Ben Askren was not the best striker in the world. So that was, you know, that is what it is. But Tyron Woodley is actually his size. Like, if you look at him, he may be shorter, but Tyron Woodley is a good 190, 200 pounds. So I don't know how his boxing skills are, but I wouldn't necessarily, as an inexperienced fighter, which Jake Paul is, I wouldn't be so quick to just think you're going to hop on Tyron Woodley and whoop his ass. Now, Daniel Cormier also had a good point. He was like, you keep calling out all these people, you know, you keep coming after me, you coming after Tyron. Hop in there with somebody like Luke Rockhold. I think Luke Rockhold would knock him the fuck out. So he's being real careful, and you can even look in his eyes. Like Tyron Woodley was looking dead at him like, I'm for real. Like you keep going after people, like I'm with this shit. And we can feel however we want to feel. I think Tyron Woodley should retire from MMA. We can feel however we want to feel. But somebody like Jake Paul, he's food. You get what I'm saying? So he's picking his opponents very carefully. I've noticed that. He beat up a YouTuber. He beat up a short NBA guy. Like somebody like, why not go after somebody like, what's his name? Kendall Gill.
Yeah.
I would like to see that Kendall Gill fight. I would like to see that shit.
We got to promote that a little bit more.
Even if you want to go more so towards spectacle, you know somebody else who's good with their hands, former NFL wide receiver. He's a martial artist.
Michael Westbrook.
James Jones. He's a martial artist. Curtis Martin, also very good with his hands. So, like, if you go, let's start going after people your size, Bucko. Like, they may be older, but let's go after some people your size who actually have some real skills and who could probably actually stand with. So let's, I really don't want to get all too much on the Jake Paul stuff because on one hand, I like it for boxing. It's like, y'all should be mad at this shit. Y'all letting the YouTuber get all your money. But yeah, man, I just had those questions for him. I'm glad he came in. He answered most of the questions that I had, but I just wanted to tell him, let's get rid of some of these damn belts. Let's quit. I was with Reggie, man. Let's quit diving in these fighters' pockets and saying you making them money. Like that's so. Yeah, man. I really wanted to know why Tyson Fury had been stripped, if there was a contract for a fight and he's elected not to fight. You can't blame the pandemic because a lot of people fought last year, but then again, a lot of people didn't fight last year. So let's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. But Jake Paul better tread lightly because he's starting to piss off some people who can actually whoop his ass.
Facts.
But yeah, that's my time, man. I'll hop off and y'all need to come down to Atlanta, man, for the Tank fight. So I just want to go there, see Tank fight, of course. But then I just want to, holler at Big Head Ellaby in them Build-A-Bear suits, man. So,
oh, he gonna be there. He gonna be there.
Yeah. I know. I know he's gonna probably be there tricking off. Atlanta's a good city to do that in, but he just,
And the funny thing is, he would never come in on this platform. First of all, his ego is too big to fit through the StreamYard link. And two, he don't want no parts of. He don't want no parts of. He gonna go to Fight Hype and feel very comfortable. Sean and them do very comfortable interviews, and that's because that's their bread and butter. You know, Floyd is their relationship. So, but at the end of the day, he can't handle the smoke, man. Nah, he ain't a real one.
Oh, yeah, nah, he not. So Fred, you ever hear anything back from Holly Holm? Did anybody ever try to get that interview? What about and Angela Hill? Did y'all ever hear anything back about those interviews?
Which one was Angela Hill?
Angela Overkill Hill, the black female MMA fighter.
No, I haven't heard. I don't think we reached out to her, but we did reach out to Holly Holm.
Okay. Cool. I don't know. John Jones is in that. He's a legit crazy person. DB may say he's a weirdo, but I think he's legit crazy. I think he's a legit sociopath.
I agree.
Huh?
That's funny. I thought he was weird. I thought he was like an introvert, like a.
No, he crazy.
Like kind of like a recluse. I could see it in his interviews.
No, man. He's a legit crazy person.
Yeah. Okay.
And when you got. And I think his youngest brother Chandler, who's an All-Pro defensive player in the NFL, and also his older brother Arthur. That's why I don't think he's afraid to fight Francis. Like Arthur is 6'3", 310, and he's been whooping John's ass his whole life. Still kicks John's ass in training whenever they fight. So, and John has admitted that. So I don't think he's afraid of Francis because he has an older brother who's been beating his ass his whole life. So he's not afraid of Francis. But I'd like to see John come in, man. But he's a legit crazy person. He's one of those preacher's kids who finally got out the house and didn't know how to act. Got some money, didn't know how to act. And so I don't think he's a weirdo. I just think he's legit crazy. I don't think he's all the way there, man. But anyway, I'm gonna hop off the line. I'll free up the line, man. You guys continue to have a great show. I'm gonna keep supporting. All right, peace out, guys.
Thank you, DJ. Appreciate you.
DJ. Mark Nash, appreciate you, Mark Nash. Champion Heart, you ready, big homie? He's home for once. He's home. He's dead, man. What's up?
What up,
What's going on, brother? You doing all right?
Yeah, we good, man. We missed you the last couple of days, man. How you been?
I'm good. I got a load. I got to take to Ohio in the morning.
Okay.
And I was knocked out, man. I woke up just in time to see Drew Tyson and Reggie put the heat on Mauricio, man.
I was sitting there like, I wonder what Reggie gonna do now. That was classic. You just.
Yeah, most definitely, man. The more that Mauricio was talking, man, the more that he proved Reggie right. I just sat back and listened. But I really didn't expect him to come back. I gotta respect that. You know what I'm saying? For him to come back like he did, you gotta respect that. But yeah, that was on point. PGH Big Dog, he said in the chat, man, at the end of the day, and DB said this also, we just want to see the fights, man. These cats won't fight each other, and like DB said, if you signed up, to be this fighter, the fans, have the right to ask for what they want. You know what I'm saying? If we spending our hard-earned money, we definitely need to see the price that we want. That's one thing that you got to say about. And I've said this before. That's one thing that you got to say about, MMA, man. With over there is that the fans get to see the fights they want to see, and we definitely need to. Boxing needs to do that as well. Man, that's a fly ass hoodie, man. I need to get that. I need to get that from you.
It's not mine.
For real?
No, it's not mine. Mine's coming. Mine's coming.
Man, that's badass. Where'd you get that from?
Get the bag. Sent it to me, man. So I'll put you in touch with him.
Yeah. You know what? Not going off subject, but I need to shoot your number to my uncle. He needs to holler at you about some property. Is that cool?
For sure.
Okay. Because what's going on is that my cousin's going through some family stuff, and he's getting custody of his daughter. And they need a property because she has to have her own room and all this stuff. I've been through it, so I know what he's getting ready to go through. So I'll shoot his number to you, and he'll get at you.
For sure.
Okay. Back to what we're talking about. John Jones, is that fight going to happen with Francis? Do you know?
It's they're still talking about it right now. John's just waiting on some more money, but other than that, nothing else is stopping the fight from happening.
Oh, okay.
So it's on Dana and Hunter to make it happen.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely, man, if that happens, I definitely want to see that. Definitely want to see that. That'd be definitely a good fight. How you calling that, DB?
Man, I can't. Francis is so big. Like, Francis is the most physical, like the strongest, like physically, there's nobody better than Francis today, right now. But John Jones is also the smartest guy in the octagon. So, it's brute versus brains, and today, right now, I'll still pick Francis. He hits so hard. He's got that, I mentioned before, that Deontay Wilder type of power. He doesn't have to connect right on the temple or right on the chin. He can hit you in your shoulder and make you and get you off balance, and then just hit you with something that's nice. What he knocked Stipe out with, I mean, that was it was a half of a hook, and Stipe flying backwards like Rashad did when Lyoto Machida knocked him out. I mean, with a paw. So imagine him with torque and turning and getting rotation on his hip and turning his pivot. Man, he's going to send somebody into the grave, and John has taken punches very well, but the guys that you fought, they are 205ers, whether they're big 205ers or they hit hard, they still light heavies, and other guys that are coming up from middleweight, or fought a lot of their career at middleweight. This dude is a heavyweight from the time he was in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a behemoth mountain of a man. So, today I still pick Francis, and things change, and I like to really wait until weigh-ins unless I really feel strongly about something. But I think Francis win, man. And I don't want to see John go out to a knockout. So I would just hope it to be a good fight.
I don't know. I don't know if John will go out to a knockout. One of the things that I think Francis has to watch out for, and DC said this about John Jones, is he throw like career-ending type shots. He does this cross kick to the knee that actually jams your knee. Kicks like that, man, can end a career. And he's good at that.
But Francis has some really, really good coaches. Of course, y'all know Dewey's been in here, Eric and Kamaru Usman. So he's got really, really smart dudes in his corner, and he's an intelligent fighter as well. As we got a chance to see, don't go out there and use what's first to you. Your instincts is to go out there swinging for the fences and try to knock somebody's head off. But, pace it, take your time. You got the cardio. You've worked on everything, and I just think, man, if John can't get him, I think John has better wrestling than Stipe. I think John's smarter in the ring than Stipe, so I think the fight may go a little longer if John can stay out of the way, but I just don't see him being able to do that. Francis is hitting so hard. Him and Derek Lewis got a stupid kind of power.
Right. Yeah. You don't think his endurance, with issues with endurance, play a factor? I mean, John doesn't have those same issues.
No. I think both of those. John is, John's the GOAT, but Francis had issues, 3+ years ago, and he addressed those issues with himself and also with his coaches, and they got the right X's and O's and the right mindset, and also physically to be able to overcome what what his shortcomings was in the octagon before.
Yeah,
and he's ready.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I would say that second fight with Stipe, man, was a perfect example of a fighter going back to the drawing board, and correcting his flaws and coming back and really, doing what was needed to be done. So yeah, you're right on that.
Yeah, I think the two people that would probably have the best chance is Curtis Blades. His wrestling is really, really good, and his top control is crazy. He got his hips are strong. He moves his feet when he's on the ground. He knows how to get that 360 span and control. And Derek Lewis because of his power, But other than that, I don't see anybody else able to dethrone Francis right now.
Okay.
But real quick, because when I saw that, when I saw this Jake Paul and Jalen Love, and Jalen Love is backstage telling Jake Paul, and I'm sorry, telling Tyron Woodley he's holding the boxing gloves up. He's like, "Oh, I really do this. I do this. I do this." Man, Jalen Love, it took me a second to realize who it was. I'm like, dude, right. I know he fight, but I couldn't even figure out who it was. I'm like, hold on, is that Jalen Love? You box as good as Mauricio Sulaiman give answers. It's very partial. So, right. You talking crazy to T Wood backstage. This ain't no sanctioned bout. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't, ain't no referee finna break this up. Like when I jump on you, I'm finna turn into a straight octopus. And who gonna put you? Jake Paul? But then talking crazy to one of the GOATs, DC, like that. Yeah, DC will fight you and all your corner men and really end your life.
Right. I think this cat, man, and Fred was speaking on this. This guy is someone to bet on himself, and look what he's doing. But at the same time, understand, don't get beside yourself, man. These are real fighters that you're coming at, and it's not the same thing as as fighting a basketball player, or a YouTuber, like the other caller just said. So I think they just doing that to keep people talking. They're not crazy, They know damn well T Wood's right hand ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? So they know what they're doing.
Hold on, AB 415. He said Jake Paul beats them both.
Oh, you
must not know who Thurman is.
Man, somebody get that dude out the chat.
Daniel Cormier can box. Daniel Cormier can box.
Somebody get that dude out the chat. I can't see the chat, but somebody get that dude out of there. That's crazy.
Even in a boxing match with no takedown, no kicks, Daniel Cormier will still beat
real.
Really? Skunk.
Without doubt.
Maybe I'm love.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? What I want to talk, man, and you tell me what you think on this, man. This is kind of off the subject on that Chauvin case. I'm thinking, man, this dude might get off. Why is it taking 3 weeks? I mean, it's a clear-cut case of what we witnessed. It was the same thing with Rodney King. They made us believe what we didn't. They made us believe, what I'm saying, what we didn't see on that Rodney King case. And this reminds me of that, So I don't know, man. I just think this cat's gonna get off. What do you think about that?
I missed like the last 2 or 3 days. So I saw a bit. I think Reggie posted like 4 or 5 clips. I think I've seen one in full and a partial one. So I'd have to come back tomorrow after watching everything, after all these shows, after we leave Kyle. That's kind of when I do all my catch up. So
right.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow. I'll text you after I finish.
Yeah. Yeah, it just reminds me a lot of the Rodney King, man, case when I remember when that went down, and you could clearly see what was going on, and they made you believe that Rodney King was fighting back, and here they are doing the same thing. There's no way that should take 3 weeks, but it's to happen.
They deliberated for 7 days in that trial. I just checked.
In Rodney King's case? Yeah. Yeah.
I think the longer they deliberate, the worse the outcome.
Exactly.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
For us.
That's what I'm saying. It's for us. Right. Right. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. But man, let me I need to try and get to the gym so I can get back here and lay down because it's like what 2 a.m. here. So I'm shoot to the gym real quick and get back here so I can lay down, man, so I can head out.
That's what's up, man.
You in Thailand?
Huh?
You in Thailand?
I wish. No, man. You know, I had planned to go check it out this year, man. They talking about you got to get that vaccine to go. I'm like, man, they fucking up my plan.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Damn, man. Can't believe that, man. Shit. But all right. Let me get out of here, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Peace. And like I said, Fred, I'm gonna shoot my uncle's your number, man, so he can get at you. All right, y'all brothers be cool, man.
Peace.
H Money, what's up?
Yo, what's good? What's good, Fred? Hey, it's another great interview once again. Bill Haney came through. Mauricio Sulaiman inside the barbershop. The WBC president. Hey, Fred, I wanted to talk to him because I heard him mention Devin Haney's name, you know, and I heard him say that Devin Haney is the world champion. But what did he say about Teofimo Lopez, Fred?
I thought, you know what? I was going to ask him about that, but I saw Bill. He wanted to beam in, so I thought he was. I left that open for him, so I didn't get a chance to ask. He texted me while I was at, so I just texted him the link. But
because when I look on WBC.com, I see Devin Haney as the WBC world champion. He's representing the WBC. He's paying sanctioning fees. So now Teofimo Lopez, he doesn't have any mandatories. Let's talk about that. Who is the one fighting mandatories and also, defending a title more than one time? That's Devin Haney. Right? Am I right or wrong? DB, somebody tell me, man, because I'm upset from what I'm hearing from Mauricio Sulaiman. Because at first, the franchise belt, it wasn't even transferable. Now, all of a sudden, you can win the belt. So they changed the rules. So before that, Lomachenko vacated his belt. And Devin Haney became the champion. Am I right or wrong?
Cook him.
Absolutely. So Fred, Lennox Lewis became the WBC champion because Riddick Bowe vacated the title. The same way Devin Haney became the champion. He defended his title against Alfredo Santiago, who's undefeated, right? And then he fought Gamboa, defended his title twice. Teofimo Lopez, he hasn't defended his belt yet in the WBC. So what is it? What you tell me, Fred, please.
No, you should have beamed in.
I mean, we a community. We are a community, and Devin Haney is recognized as the WBC champion.
Oh, he's a champion.
So what is Teofimo Lopez then? You tell me.
He's a champion.
How is he a champion?
I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying what it is.
So who said it?
Oh, Fred, you can't say the champion. Go and get him, H.
No, I'm saying what Mauricio. He's a champion. Like I'm not.
You said Mauricio Sulaiman.
Yeah, he said he's the franchise champion, and Devin Haney is the champion. The what word did he use? The WBC lightweight. Is that lightweight? 135 is lightweight. Lightweight champion.
See, now I don't understand that because Tyson Fury in a WBC, he's the champion. So is Earl Spence. So I mean, what's going on in the lightweight division? Why? See, there's some type of confusion.
I'm with you on that. I agree with you.
I'm a boxing fan. I've been watching boxing. You know what I mean? Now
he would have called in, man. Damn, why didn't you?
Because I'm upset now. Now I'm upset about this whole situation. Because Devin Haney, he's been. I am. But you did the interview. I'm saying you did the interview though, Fred. So I mean, we need answers. That's all. I mean, all this confusion. So what is Devin Haney doing on the 29th of May? He fighting Linares, defending his title as the world champion. So how is Teofimo Lopez a champion? Which one? It can't be two champions. It can't be two. So let's make this fight happen then. Let's do that. At least demand the fight for the fans.
Well, that's what he did. He won. He came in and demanded that fight.
What about Ryan Garcia in the WBC, who is Devin Haney's mandatory? Why he's not mandated to fight Devin Haney and make that fight happen for the fans? What about that?
I asked him, and he said that they agreed to fight when their fans available.
Well, Bill didn't say that. Eddie Hearn didn't say that. He's not a promoter. His job is to be the president for the WBC, and he's not doing a good job. He needs to focus on that. Let us focus on making these fights. Okay? Yeah. Exactly, bro. Because Devin Haney wants that fight with Ryan Garcia. He called them out. He was at his fight against Luke Campbell. Ryan Garcia said he wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao, Tank Davis. He didn't say nothing about Devin Haney, who was right in front of him. He's the champion. You the mandatory. You just beat Luke Campbell in a title eliminator to become the mandatory. Now you don't want to fight the champion. And they got history since the amateurs. Let's give the fans what they want. The big fights in boxing. Let's do that. Let's do that, man. And hey, Fred, that's all I had to say, man. You know, Ryan Garcia fighting Javier Fortuna when he should be fighting Devin Haney. Javier Fortuna should be fighting Devin Haney.
I agree. No, Ryan Garcia should be fighting Devin Haney.
Yes, they on the same network. Exactly. You know what I mean? Right. So that's all, Fred. I appreciate it, man. You know, I don't have a problem with you. I don't.
I know. I know. Speak your shit. Hey, are you going to the fight May 29th?
I'm not sure. Hopefully, I know it's sold out. You know, I know I can get up in there.
Wait. The fight is sold out?
Yeah, it's sold out already.
Shut the fuck up.
Yep. Let's go. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you now. Devin Haney, baby, straight out of Oakland. You know what I'm saying?
I am happy for the kid. Yeah. Wow. Congratulations. DHP. All that shit is working out. All them going on all them platforms and yeah, man. Congratulations. I'm happy. That genuinely made me happy, dog. Sold out a month, 5 weeks or out?
Man.
Wow.
Sold out like Sugar Hill.
Yeah, man. I wish I would have known that why Mr. Haney. I'm gonna call him Mr. Haney on that one.
Mr. Haney,
that's beautiful, man. That made me warm on the inside, man. I'm happy. I am genuinely happy for that 22-year-old kid, man. 21-year-old kid, man. How can you not be happy about that? Wow. And people gonna say, it's only 50% capacity. Well, you sell the tickets, nigga. I don't give fuck all the haters, nigga. You said it's sold out. It's sold out. I don't want to hear nothing about. It's 50% capacity. I want to see your fighters sell out a crowd. I want to see Ryan Garcia. I ain't heard sold out, sell out, whatever when he fought. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
man, I'm happy. I know you gonna talk to him before I do. Tell him we are happy for him in the barbershop, man.
Like for real.
Man, I'm happy. That man
barbershop is happy.
H, yeah, we happy, dog. H, we happy, man.
Appreciate that, Fred, man. Hey, thanks for having me. Man, appreciate y'all, man. Thank you.
Hey, H Money, man. Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, much love, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank y'all.
Hater, man. You gotta change your name, Mike Weary, the hater, man. Hey, but it's sold out. For real? That's why Hustlers Home was asking about more tickets. Man, just say my name, man. Just go say my name and you'll be good, man. They'll figure it out for you. You know what I mean? But man, that made my night, dog. That's the gold in the show, Asia Math. I'm not hating. Yeah. Sold out. Wow. Damn. That's good. That's beautiful. How you feel, DB? That was DB hung up. DB, so he pushed the wrong button. And so y'all know, Bill Haney offered me free tickets. I said, nah, Bill. I said, nah, if I go, I'm buying the ticket. That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. I said, I'll buy a ticket and pay the usher, to go down to the floor, do what I need to do. Oh, it's it changed your name. Hey, yeah, but yeah, Haney. Call back, DB. Let's get out of this show because we got a lot of energy. Because Reg want to go holler at Kyle, man. That's gonna be a good show tonight. That's gonna be a real good show. I'm happy, man. That made me smile. So we got Andre Berto Wednesday. Somebody said there was coming in tomorrow. Oh, we got fights tomorrow, dog. So y'all know, Man Down Promotions is fighting. They got their own card. So let's give it up. Y'all know how hard I be on Al for doing those other cards. You know what I mean? I just let y'all lie to yourselves. But you got Fred Jones, is that his name? Mike Jones? Who? Mike Jones. Something's. And then you got 3 black fighters in the lead corner. So shout out to Al Heyman. I appreciate it. Got to give a man credit. We got a card. Earl posted it today. I did see that. And so I'm excited. So I'm excited. I'll be watching it and Tone Brown, call in, TBs, so you can recap the card. No one can recap it like you because we know you're gonna watch everything boxing. So please call in at the top of the show tomorrow, TBA, and fill us in on the fights. I'll be watching, but 5:00 I'm running around the house and doing a whole bunch of shit, and so I'll be in and out of watching the fight. I won't be able to see every round. So yeah, so that's where we're at with that. And I guess his phone died. I guess DB phone died because his phone just went somewhere. I know DB got 2 phones, 3 phones. No, I didn't see what happened with Spence and YB. You mean TB? You mean Terrence Bud Crawford? Yeah, Y is next to T. I don't know what happened. I'll be honest. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. So 404.
And this is what it feels like.
What's up?
Feels like, hey, this is what it feels like. Hey, James Martinez.
What's up, man? How you feel, man?
Hey, Fred.
I feel you, man. I hear you. What's up? What's poppin'?
For me right here. My brother, they was talking about that Yellow Beezy situation.
I don't know. What happened?
Yeah, bro. Errol Spence is trying to kiss him. I'm gonna email you. I'm about to email you the clip on your IG.
Errol ain't kissed nobody, man.
Bro, he's trying to kiss him, bro. Look, nobody believes this until you see the footage. And you can hear people, you can hear some girls who are somebody's filming it, and you can hear them say, he didn't say that's his friend, he said that's his girlfriend. And Yellow Beezy like, chill, man, you acting gay. And you can hear the girl say, she getting jealous, or somebody's getting jealous. She don't want you kissing on him. He looked like he's saucy, bro. He looked like he back on that E&J. EJ is back on the E&J. Man. Thank God he's not driving. But yeah, he's saucy. His words are slurred. That Texas T or something. He was like, yeah, man, this my brother, man. But he got his arm around him. But not only is his arm around him, the guy's trying to move his arm away. Errol Spence is holding his wrist. It reminds you of seeing somebody in prison. Like, remember that Chris Tucker scene in Mo Money with Faison Love? And he was like, so he was holding you? He was grabbing you. How was he holding you? Like this? And it reminds you of seeing somebody, like you always hear somebody in prison with somebody named Bubba, your big cellmate. Like, because real talk, Errol Spence can whoop his ass. He know that. We know that.
All right, I'm not posting. I'm not gonna post no. I don't want to see it on my screen. I'll watch it after the show.
You ain't got to post it, but I'm gonna send it to your email though, brother.
Oh man,
it's real. It's real, and it's real suspect. It's not man down. It's pants down. No, I'm joking. But I don't know what the hell Errol Spence was doing.
I mean, I don't give a fuck. This is the
that one
barbershop.
video came out of him dancing and looking kind of saucy, and people ran with that. But this other one is very damning, and it's making
we talked about
who's a
that.
Bud Crawford fan have our way with all these E and J. I'm gonna start calling them E and J.
Yeah,
not EJ, but E and J.
Yeah, we talk. I mean, a man can drink as much as he wants in his private life. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna condemn a man for drinking in his private life, but he does got to live a fighter lifestyle. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat that. I'll say this. I want to see the video. I know we cloud that shit yesterday. Yellow Beezy's pants. I know we cloud that shit yesterday. You know what I mean? But I don't want to see no man kiss another man, dog.
No, well, he don't kiss him.
What's the big deal then?
It's more by the near. It's more like necking. It's like,
man, come on, man. No, man, come on, man. I'm
gonna show it to you.
No,
I'm gonna show you the clip, yo.
If he did, it's gonna go viral. If he did, it's gonna go viral, man.
It is viral.
You ain't gotta send it to me.
Kissing Yellow Beezy.
You ain't gotta send it to me. It's gonna be on my feed. You ain't gotta send it to me. It's gonna be on my feed when I hang. But I'm not about to show. Oh man, I'm not about to show that on this channel. I don't want to show those.
You ain't got to. But this is the last thing I want to say, man. I know a lot of people gave that Triller car a lot of crap. They didn't like Oscar being on that ooh-wee. Oscar looked like he was on that Charlie Wilson shit. You know what I'm saying? But it could be the drinks, could be the weed. I don't care. I like to see Oscar with that energy. It seemed like he had more energy.
Oscar funny, dog.
I told Reg he had more energy on this promotion than I ever seen him on any fight of his own when he was a fighter or a promoter. I never seen Oscar with this kind of energy.
Oh man.
But I think he did remember he kept talking about Chuck Liddell, I don't want to get my ass iced. Like I don't know if you saw it, but yeah, it was a real suspect. But shout out to Oscar De La Hoya, known for being a great father. I mean, great fighter, great father, but also known for high heels and cocaine. And he definitely made that Triller event very exciting. Maybe Snoop Dogg brings it out of everybody. I saw Al Bernstein over there getting a drink in. Mario Lopez looked like he was taking a part of the festivity. So, man, shout out to you, though, for having a great show and allowing us to get up here and put the pressure on Sulaiman. But I got to give Sulaiman his props, though, man. Say what you want to say. He stayed. Same thing with Sugar Hill. He stayed. He played the game. That's the hardest part sometimes is sitting here and taking it. He could have been anywhere else in the world. He looked like he was sipping a little Corona or Tecate over there.
He got every right to. He got every right to. He a grown ass man.
Absolutely. Yeah. I ain't judging him for drinking night. I'm saying like he made a night of it. Like I'm gonna pull up and I'm gonna talk with y'all. I'm gonna answer the tough questions. So I salute Mauricio Sulaiman for that. And shame on Leonard Ellaby for not coming up to the barbershop.
Well, I've never asked him. I've never asked him. I'll be shit, but he wouldn't do this show. No way.
All right, we're gonna do it.
We're beneath him.
Wow.
He has
that. He feels that way.
Man, come on, man. Yeah, that whole clique. Floyd wouldn't come on this show. Leonard wouldn't come on this show. No, they wouldn't.
And you think it because it's the resistance? They're going to meet some resistance that.
Floyd. Yeah, for sure. And that's why. But I tell you what, they would go interview with Dan Raphael. I guarantee when he was with ESPN, guarantee it. He told the man to his face, "You cost us millions of dollars," and then end up doing interviews with him. I don't mind. I'm just saying, be consistent. You know what they're gonna say? When you tell the truth or your perception of truth or your opinion, which everyone has an opinion. I mean, who's better, who's not, who's doing good, who's not. They take it personal, you know. I don't get it how people think like because you are critical of a person that's the same hue as you that you're being like, oh, you're a coon. You're this. This is a sport. Like I ain't never talked about Leonard Ellaby's nose. Never in my life. I never have. No, I'm being serious. No, I know it's funny. I know that shit's funny. But I ain't never talked about his nose ever in my life. Never in my life. I wouldn't do it. And I've complimented him on being a very good father. I've seen him hop on a plane to pick up his daughter from school. I've said that many times on this platform. Pound for pound says Spence said forget Ugas, I want Beezy. Oh man. Well, you gonna have to deal with that shit. Hey, Earl, if that shit is true, I ain't seen no shit. I ain't seen it yet.
You think I will come in a barbershop and lie to you and
No,
your audience, bro?
No, I'm saying
knowing what y'all do for the culture. Nah, man.
Nah, I'm just saying. Earl got to deal with it. That ain't my battle. I got to pick.
Actually, you know what though? He doesn't, Fred. He don't have to deal with it. And I'm gonna tell you why. The fanboys are gonna deal with it for him. The same way they've been making excuses. How we went from strap season to I'm the big fish to 70-30 to my kids don't eat no belts. You get what I'm saying? We went from strap season to I can't feed my kids with belts. I respect it. It is what it is. He's right. However, that's not what you came in on. That's not how you got your claim to fame.
Oh, you think Earl is ducking? You think Earl is ducking Crawford?
Ducking is a strong phrase. I think he's very cautious.
I don't think
that's his only threat, because other than Crawford and Spence with Crawford, that's the only 50-50 fight in the welterweight division. Everybody else, you got a clear favorite.
So how do you say about Crawford saying he's done with the fight then?
I'm disappointed.
So I mean, it's the same thing though. So it's the same.
I'm disappointed to say the least, but I think he's just done talking about it. If the fight.
No, don't put words in his mouth, because you're insinuating on the Spence side, but you got an absolute fact from Crawford.
Absolutely. Well, I'm actually not insinuating. I'm going by what his words were. He said strap season, and then he said my kids can't eat no belts, and then he said yellow bees give me some sugar. But seriously, I'm not insinuating. Like, if it comes across that way, I apologize. I don't mean it that way. But what I'm actually saying is, I don't like the fact that Bud Crawford has said that. Hey, I'm done with this fight. But I know for a fact Spencer said strap season. Now I ain't worried about Terrence Crawford. I'm the big fish, and everybody got to come see me. But let Jake Paul tell it. He the big fish in boxing right now with 1.5 million buys. Who's doing that? Who is doing that in their third fight, man? That's something that we can't just turn our nose at. I know some people don't like that. We had a whole conversation about me telling people, like, they was like, well, he ain't fighting nobody. I said, you don't know a lot of these guys' first, second, and third fight when you watch them coming up throughout the rings. I put $100 out there right now. If somebody could tell me who's blank, blank, blank third fight. I'm sure through Google you'll look it up. But if I had you in the corner on the spot right now and you can't Google it, you won't know who Mike Tyson's third fight was. You wouldn't know who Bud Crawford's third fight was. You wouldn't know Kell Brook's third fight. You wouldn't know Ali's third fight. You just don't know these things, because a lot of times you're fighting guys on the way up in ranks. Either they don't have no name, or either they got more losses than wins. You know that, Fred. Everybody kind of passed the record a little bit. Shout out to Lomachenko. Like, his name from the amateurs was so big that he got a title shot his first fight. Unheard of. Spinks got a title shot against Ali, seventh fight. That stuff is normally unheard of. So it is what it is, though, man. And I ain't gonna somebody said gossip claim. Fuck you, nigga. Mike, this is facts, man. And this is the barbershop. That's what we in, right? That's what we do in the barbershop. Started some shit.
Say what you want.
And my man said he didn't know about it. He was like, what is YB? Is that BC? Like, you didn't know what we was talking about. So I was like, oh, let me call in and tell Fred what we talking about when they talking about Errol Spence and YB. I'm just putting the host on some game. But with that said, man, thank you again for your time. Thank you for having me on. And it means a lot to me and my audience whenever they can see me over here trading bars with the big dogs. Barbershop. Appreciate you, bro.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. DB, what's up, man? Call in, man. Let's get out of here, man. Let's get Why y'all? That's a good point, TT. Why y'all using the term woman? Get on them. Get on them. Get on them. But it's the barbershop, so you know. Yeah. So you're gonna use the other number now, huh? Go ahead, D.
Man, yeah, when people start talking about these kind of things, Google already listening, and to play any video is suspect. Like that's crazy. I don't even remember how old I was, but I remember somebody saying, "Oh, there was an R. Kelly table where he was smashing a little girl when he was paying on somebody," and it's probably about 7 people in the crowd, and 5 people interested to see in it, except for me and one of my homies. You know what I mean? And like those 5 dudes are the weirdos. Why would you want to see that? You know what I'm saying? So if somebody tell me, I'm like, all right, I'll take you at your word, but like I'm not going to go looking for it. You know what I'm saying? And that extra slander, man. I ain't looking forward to that, and I don't want to see it. I don't want none of that. Those algorithms. And then right before that, we talking about Oscar de la Hoya. I mean, the algorithm's already created. Next thing you know, I'm gonna be talking about trans lives matter. It's gonna be a commercial on your feed, but. Anyhow, we could always blame everything on the shop, And we in the shop though. We in the shop. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she gave me the critters. You know what I'm saying? They was crawling through my Publix. Yeah, we in the shop though. We in the shop. So, man, we can get these other dudes on here from the WBO, the IBO, IBF. I think Young Merv or somebody said earlier in the chat that. Ness and the Boxing Voice, I believe they are. Yeah, the Boxing Voice did an interview with the IBO president. So, if you have his info, then Ness info. I know you probably got one of their info, but yeah, we can get this dude in here, and that'll start it. I mean, that'll we keep it going. But yeah, shout out to Mauricio for coming through and giving us the 70% off. You know what I'm saying? Answered about 30% of those. Shout out to Mauricio Alvarez. Salute to you. And all of the callers and the Beamer inners and everybody that sent something to Super Chat. And I know it's probably 3 or 4 people. But again, see, y'all. I'm finna get on my Fred real quick. Finna get on my Hawthorne. I told y'all yesterday. Y'all didn't want to listen to me. I should have said it right away, and I would have got the questions already and had them already written down. I would ask those first. So, man, you didn't get to my question. Well, yeah. Let me see. One more thing I say, don't cape for EJ. No. I'm not caping for EJ. You missing the point. I don't want to see nothing about no 2 men, nothing. You know what I'm saying? I was watching that Tyson Fury fight, and I want to hear the post-fight interview to hear what he's going to say about Deontay Wilder in that fight. And he go over to old boy and grab both sides of his cheeks and put his lips on another man's lips. You know what I'm saying? But I was watching boxing. I wasn't expecting Tyson Fury to kiss that man in his mouth. You understand? But this is different. You're talking about typing in something. You're talking about that, looking and then typing the words with a man's name and then KISSING on there. Yeah. No. Not on this one. Yeah. No way. But yeah, by the way, we got a flyer made for the event on May 1st.
Yeah, I'll post it tomorrow.
With the King Randall and PPD. I think she got it already. Well, King Randall and his people paid one. So, for everybody that's in the area, even if you know how, and I know some people probably won't show up like, oh, I know how to change brakes and change oil. Yeah, so do I. But you know what? We still go down there and we got to show up and show out. And we got to represent. So it ain't just for the people that are in the local LA area, but it's also for all the surrounding areas. So if you in the IE, you in the Valley, you in SD, anywhere that's in driving distance, come up, you know what I'm saying, and then have lunch with your girl, you know. Let her go to the mall or something, or to the swap meet real quick while you politic with the fellas, you know, and show support. So, yeah, but that's be looking out for that. Let me see. Who else just said something? Let me see. Low key DL. Yeah, Mike Weary, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Let me see. What Phantom Brawler that said? What Phantom Brawler Hawthorne that said? What he that said? I don't see it. You see, did Mauricio admit anything tonight? Mauricio did what he do, you know? Yeah. He never gonna take the fall for nothing, but, you know, again, he showed up, you know, like they said. PPD reached out to him, and he answered right away, and he said yes right away, and he came on the show.
Facts.
Without any hesitation, you know, with a busy schedule. So, yeah, we definitely got to respect that part.
Phantom Hawthorne, man. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for being the first phone call in the history of the barbershop conversation, in the history of the shop. Appreciate you. If ain't nobody got love for you, I do. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You called in before DB. Don't ever forget that, Phantom. What's up?
No, I said, where y'all other family member, pound for pound, pound for pound Hawthorne? He ain't in here tonight.
Yeah, he in the building. He has some great questions today. Fred, fix my wrench. Keep it pop. Okay, gotcha. I gave you a wrench. Just can you get the? Y'all keep on saying, can you get the? Y'all ask her. I ain't asked. I only asked one time, man. If they say no, I'm not, man. If y'all want her on the show, y'all get her on the show. I'm not reaching out to her again. Nah, I don't. She got an ego, and I respect her ego. I'm not. She got to have an ego to be great. She's fucking great, and I don't think she respects this platform because I think I give her my opinion, and my opinion could be off base. Hey, maybe it is, but it's my opinion. But I don't do it out of malice. No, zero malice.
Oh, from the clips, yeah, but his brother hard though. What's his name? What's his brother's name?
I don't know. He got into a beef. What's his name?
Yeah, with Drake. I don't know. I can't think of his name.
I forgot, but yeah.
Yeah, he hard too. He got flow.
Yeah. Carissa's not covered in here, man. She ain't covered in here, dog. Nah, I don't think so. If she do, I'll be pleasantly surprised.
Push it. There you go. Push your T. Thanks.
Push your T. Thank you. There you go. Thanks, Esther. Yeah, man. So
Barley, what up?
I gave Al Heyman credit for the card tomorrow. Y'all think I'll be hating? Nah, I give him credit. We got 3 black fighters in the lead corner. I like it. I give him a lot of hell for those Latino cards. So got to give him credit when he's right on our behalf. Give the man credit.
Yes, indeed. Man, tomorrow we got
Wednesday we got Berto.
Berto. Oh, it's just us tomorrow?
Yeah, just us tomorrow. Yeah.
All right, there it is, man. I think yes. So just for everybody, so if y'all on Reggie's Instagram or his YouTube channel, he done posted a bunch of the clips and some commentary for the Chauvin case, for the trial. So I'm pretty sure that conversation will resurface tomorrow, as it should. We should be talking about it. So yeah, I would encourage everybody to go over there and check that out too. And we can get up. Y'all questions for Berto, ready early. I'm pretty sure.
Berto gonna be fun. Berto fun. That's gonna be a lot of energy in that motherfucker.
Floyd Mayweather. So get some other questions out there.
Yeah. Oh, how was it fighting for? He answered that shit 84 times already.
Yeah. So.
But I guess so. Man, just go to Ellie's page. Ellie asked him before, I'm sure. Berto funny, man. No, I'm serious. That's
Yeah. Oh, I know. That's why I said it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, all right. Let me see. What else, Bobo? Who you want to get some love to?
I'm gonna give some love to Mauricio Sulaiman. I'm gonna give some love to Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens, Mike Weary the Great.
Yeah,
the call of the night, Mark Nash, Phantom Hawthorne.
Yes, Steve.
S. Dot with the S. Dot Carter. We got him. And we got Bird, man. Yova. What's up, Yova? We got Brandon Washington. Yeah, Berto was one of Al's first signings, and Berto was very successful. And he came back and hooked him up with the Floyd fight. Got him paid.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, man. Well, we finna slide over to the brother Kyle's, the boxing section, TBS, and Kyle gonna cap off the evening. Or actually,
Mike Weir, you want some love? No, nigga. If no. Oh, you keep on giving love to yourself.
Yes, indeed. All right, man. Let me get a fan bam some love, man, before we get all the way up out of here. Shout out to the brother D. Will. He said Sulaiman was on Reg. Hey, he need that love. Yeah. Okay, cool. Hustler's home in the building. He said, is TBS gonna be on tonight? Yeah, Kyle said he was
right now.
Tonight. Right over there. Bang, bang. Shout out to South Central Los Angeles, my brother Tank, the Sweet Sides Examiner, Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens, Jarvis Johnson, South Central Zone, Big Lloyd, yes, salute to all the brothers down here. D. Will, man, S. Riddle 45, salute to you. He said, salute Fred. Barbershop was on fire.
Thank you, y'all. Love y'all.
Love
y'all. Thank you.
Chi-Town in the building. Jaquan Pickett, or AKA JQ, plus SSCs are in the building. C's, he said, good night, fam. Y'all stay dangerous. Salute, C's. KJ in the building, Kenlon Jones. Yeah, Kay, I was going to ask the question, but somebody asked your question, and Fred read it. So Mauricio semi-answered it, and I just didn't want to go back and ask the same question again as if I wasn't paying attention to what he said. So, but yeah, you got it. Mike Weary the Great, he said, give some love to myself. Yeah, shout out to Mike Great. Warren Richards in the building, he said, shop was flames tonight.
Yeah, Phantom Hawthorne. That's your nickname, dog. You earned it, according to DB.
Champion Heart, E in the gym, getting it. Get some rest, E, for you get back on that road. Mark Nash, salute. Mr. Tennessee himself, my bro, Hustler Slim in the building. Yova, California, YZ in the building, represent up top. Birdman, what happened to that boy? Yeah, shout out, big salute to my brother Brandon Washington, Reverend Texas, hardcore, salute.
Oh, man. Call him D Redbone B. Call him that.
Yeah, all that. Phantom Hawthorne in the building. I'm sure your brother, Pound for Pound, Sports Hawthorne is in here somewhere. Shout out to you too.
Don't let them fool you, man. No, we right. Hang out with me. We're gonna be right 95% of the time. All right. 95, nigga. The I-95. That's Mike Weary the Great. You know, the fake hustler. You know what I mean? That I-95.
7 Cent, I ain't seen you in a while, so welcome back to the show.
Welcome to the show!
Again. Yes, indeed. Hold on. Let me see.
Tubby Leak. Yeah, man. Tubby Leak. Go get the sweater, man. Go get the sweater, man. Go get the sweater. Tubby Leak. If y'all interested, go to his, go. Put your Instagram in the chat. Tubby, put your Instagram in the link. And
DJ, we got you. We're gonna get you wrenched up, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll take care of that. You mind me tomorrow?
Yes. As soon as the show start, just send it, and then we'll get Fred to tighten you up. D-Man Jr., my cousin, in the building. Let me see. Tubby Leaky says salute, Fred, for showing love.
Sell water to a well.
Oh, that's Fred right there. Okay, cool. Asher Steele, he said, where we going? What channel is it? It's the boxing section, TBS. You will see, he probably already went live. You'll see Kyle on the screen. Cosmico 2019. He said, effing great show. Shout out to you, Cosmico. Yes, indeed. Let me see. Got Big Tank in the building. He said, Berto was a fighter that boxing fans say that they want to see action. Yeah. Tank, man, we need you to jump on some of these beam-ins, man. You have great questions.
I think Tank be working or something. Tank be like, Tank, what you be doing during the show? It seemed like he be working a multitasking this shit. You know? What you be doing?
Yeah. Tank, one of them dudes like Reggie. They got that South Central spirit. They always doing 5 things. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah. Jarvis, Lloyd, all of their brothers. You know what I'm saying? Yep, and I can't wait to see all these brothers on May 1st, man. We all
Yeah,
wow,
I'll
wow.
see. We're gonna see. I'm pretty sure we'll see Jarvis and
Yeah, Reg, you got to drive down, man.
Reg ignoring you now, but yeah, yeah. So yeah,
He said he's a great ad, a great addition. Matrix R, what up? Rich Bartley said, great show, Fred and DB. Keep bringing the fire. Yes, indeed.
Dylon.
Yeah, fire. Shout out to Rich Bartley. Bartley. Rob G. Film, he said ATX. OG Big Rob. A great addition to what? Who? Who's a great ad? Oh, maybe you're talking about Tank, probably. Gotta be talking about Tank. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, Tank
All right,
multitasking for sure.
Yes. Man, I think we got everybody, man. Salute to the rest of the family. I see my brother in here so earlier, man. Poncho, where you go?
Yeah, Poncho was in here heavy.
He listening in. Yeah, salute, big bro.
Oh,
all right,
Tank
man,
is to the conversation. Yeah, because he always coming in with these fucking like these Ozzie Davis quotes and shit. You know what I mean? Like every 42 minutes. You know what I mean? Just pow.
Reggie said, hell yeah, I'll be doing a gripper.
We ain't asking about what you doing, nigga. Stop including yourself in shit. We talking about Tank, nigga. Tank. We talking about Tank. We ain't talking about.
You hating on Reg and look at Phantom Hawthorne hating on me. Talking about play the song.
Reg had 10 minutes and a phone call. Damn, and you know he gonna go viral in the morning. That shit was funny. See, you're just
Young
sad.
Merv, Merv, you got to drive up on the first.
Hey,
there you go, big bro.
What do you call him? Sad? What do you call him? Sad?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get someone to promote it too. So I'm gonna get some food and I'm gonna talk to him. So we're gonna get food and stuff.
Yeah, he said sad, huh? Tell him, yeah, SAD, super awesome dad. That's what I am, Mauricio. Yeah, speaking of dads, you just keep talking about yours. What you done? What have you done for me lately? Yeah, Young Merv, you got to drive up, man, on the first, man, when King Randall come down here. You in a fan band.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be great.
Look at Phantom Hawthorne. I swore you were gonna say it. Look at it. Shout out to Jersey. A-Rod 24 in the building. He said, I feel sorry for you.
Oh, I feel sorry for you. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Hey,
man.
I gotta chop that shit out. That shit funny as fuck. Oh man. I was gonna chop. I didn't get a chance to chop up that my skinny jeans segment. I wanted to chop that shit up so bad, but I went upstairs and listened to Kyle. So yeah.
You want to say Kyle? What you mean?
You
were listening to the show instead of
staying down here and editing. Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Well, I think we got everybody, man, and to the Queen PPD for putting it all together.
Yeah, she went to bed early.
No. I'm saying for putting it all together. Mm-hmm. You know, and she stayed working too. You know, stay working. That LA spirit, man, that's that hustler spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother be in and out. Boom, boom. Everybody in LA, man, got that hustler spirit.
Yeah, there's Poncho. Yeah, Rob, you always editing.
Yeah. Play the song, Fred.
Okay. Oh man, this motherfucker. Hey, this song give Leonard Ellaby nightmares and shit. Nigga be having cold sweats and shit.
Circumstances navigated the path, and life happened
so fast.
No, we got
Lonely sometimes, you see. I know we could make it. Even when I'm off feet, I still land on my feet.
And nothing can shake me, cause I know life took a hold of me. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up.
I'll be there. All right, People Hernandez, where the mics at? People. Hey, that nigga devil is a lie. Hey. People Hernandez. Nigga dozed off.
People, where you
So
at?
we love you, man. We love you. You know what I mean? You had to get up and you know, you have to get up and cut the light off eventually, nigga.
It's a given. You gotta
Live it, be a blessing. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. It's my personal statement. Running game like a basic. Determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving and changing up like the season. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people.
Jabbing the competition, back up against the rope. She fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote.
What's up, Rob G? What's up? Jay Dixon left the building for a second. Yeah. Give back, give love. Thank y'all for coming tonight, man. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I want to count the days. So tomorrow will be day 1 of the liberation. I'm interested. I ain't even cut CNN on today. Nah, not at all. I ain't listen none of that shit. What did I watch today? I did a whole bunch of research. Lincoln had a play date today.
Hey,
What's up?
did Lincoln have a play date?
Yeah, he had a play date. Yeah. Someone from his school. Love y'all, man. Appreciate you, DB.
Yeah, love you, bro.
Oh, Mayana, man.
Mayana, J.A. Dixon, Hotep Shalom.
J.A. Dixon, man. I appreciate you, big homie. Your super chat was fucking next, dog. Was fucking next, man. Fuck. Love y'all, man.